Discussions flow like midnight breeze. No prophets here, just minds to tease. We talk big bangs and evolution, question faith with our solution. Stars align in our confusion, breaking free from old illusion. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Point and laugh and if believers, here we're all true seekers. Open hearts and swift deceivers. Make your stand, no hidden levers. Raise your glass to reason's thrill. No ancient text, it's our own will. Debate till dawn with the panel and host. Saturday night, where we love toast. Echoes of a godless choir. Like the world, let's spark the fire. Free thought mindset to inspire. No holy walls to take us higher. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Only laugh and if believers, here where we're all true seekers. Open hearts and swift deceivers. Make your stand, no hidden levers. Raise your glass to reason's thrill. No ancient text, it's our own will. Debate till dawn with the panel and host. Make your stand, no hidden levers. Raise a glass to reason's thrill. No ancient text, it's our own will. Debate till dawn with the panel and host. Saturday night, we'll hold it dear. Raise a glass to reason's thrill. No ancient text, it's our own will. Debate till dawn with the panel and host. Saturday night, where we love toast. Echoes of a godless choir. Like the world, let's spark the fire. Free thought mindset to inspire. No holy walls to take us higher. No holy walls to take us higher.
And good evening. Hello, everybody on the panel, everybody joining us, atheist or not atheist. Everybody's welcome to Saturday Night at the Atheists, where we're here to have a good time and listen to usually a theist trying to help us over the hump. And tonight we're gonna hear a guy that's gonna explain to us why Jesus is the only way and why everybody else is lying. So we're gonna find out from him. And we do not have Scott joining us tonight. I understand that Scott got some bad news with a family member that passed, and he's also doing some babysitting tonight, and so he's got a lot on his plate.
I don't know if I was supposed to leak that or not, but go ahead.
Well, yeah. I'm not giving away too many details. Let's just say
anyway,
he had a tragedy in the family. So either way, we wish Scott all the best, and we hope to see Scott again soon. But I'm here, Mike's here, Brainless is here, and Simos is here. So we've got most of the crew here.
That brings up a tragedy in my family that I had a long time ago. My little sister was born.
I understand that.
It was horrible. I was 11. I'm like, Mom, what the fuck were you thinking? What? Don't bring that home.
I was overdue to get sick because the rest of my family's all gone. So it's only me, and it was just a matter of time. So I really can't say much there. The rest of them didn't last this long. So, but it's a little damp here today. I don't have my camera on. I told everybody earlier. I got the blankie out, and I'm feeling cold today. I just can't get warm. So I said, screw it with the camera. I ain't setting it all up. Brainless has got problems with his headset, so bear with him.
Oh my God. 6 minutes and 38 seconds. We're going to be here all night.
Yeah,
Wow.
And the other one's even longer. It's like 17 minutes or 11 minutes or something.
Oh.
No chance of getting through 2 again.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's going to be a rarity. Last week was a rarity. Indeed, it was. And then I had to cut it short so we could fix the sink. We did fix the sink. My son, I was barking at him a little bit. I'm not the best boss. I'm a typical dad. I do bark a lot. I forget that I was young once, and I forget that he doesn't know better and stuff. And he was trying his best to do it himself, and more power to him. He did most of it. Right at the end, though, the shutoff wouldn't shut off all the way, and anybody that's done a home repair knows how old shutoffs are and why they don't make old shutoffs the way they do anymore. They only do the a quarter turn or something now on the shutoffs, and there's a reason for that. The old ones were really garbage, and they calcified up, and they didn't want to shut off good, and they dripped and everything, and
Yeah.
so I said, hey, you know what? Worst comes to worst, you run up to the hardware store and you get a new shutoff valve. So he ran up to Lowe's, and I said, hurry up before they're closed. And so he ran up there and got some. We put some valves on. He learned how to do that. I apologize for barking at him. I apologize for, he doesn't know any better, but I'm a dad, and a lot of times dads are not the best bosses. We forget that we made a lot of mistakes, and we learned a lot along the way too. It was a long time ago, and he did a good job. He did everything else right. He just couldn't get the thing to stop dripping, which happens. And but he cleaned everything up, got the fan out, dried it all off. Everything's all better now. So for all you that were asking if I got it taken care of, it's all taken care of. And when we did the bathroom, we put all new shutoffs in with the short little shutoffs on them too. So the whole house is done on the new shutoff valves. So hopefully that's all taken care of. And it all came down to the sprayer was dripping. It wasn't even the faucets. It was just the sprayer. And we don't even use the sprayer that often. But anybody that has one knows that it's handy when it's working. So we've got all new setup. It looks nice. Well, these things happen, so.
If I handed my sons a screwdriver, they would look at one end and turn it over and look at the other end. And
yeah.
And if I told them standard or Phillips, they would be totally boggled. They would have to use ChatGPT.
I told both my boys, I don't expect them to be handy like me. I don't expect them to know tools like I do, but I do expect them to know if they're getting ripped off or not.
But I bet they know which end of the screwdriver to use, right?
Right, and don't pay for muffler bearings or anything like that.
Muffler bearings, those are horrible, yeah.
Yeah,
and the gaudiator,
mighty expensive. So
yeah, the gaudiator repair is another big one. Yeah.
As long as they have done brakes on their car and stuff like that, so that I stand over their shoulder and give them a helping hand, but I do expect them to how to jack a car up and change a tire and do some of the basics, without being a mechanic or anything. At least know what's going on, and they've made me proud. My other boy, he had a sensor go bad or something, and he changed it out at his house there. And I have bought them some tools, so they have basic tools around the house to do things. And they do make me proud. And I need to remind myself that they don't have all the years of working on stuff like I do under their belts, but they do a heck of a job. He called me and he said, "Hey, I did it myself, Dad." And I said, "Hey, good job, man." So that always warms your heart and makes you proud as a dad when your boys have half a clue. And I try to tell myself, not everybody is a mechanic. That's why they have mechanics. Not everybody is a plumber or a carpenter or whatever it may be. That's why you have these things. And I told my son, you got to make the decision. You're either good stuff or you're good at having a credit card. And some folks try things and they realize I'm better off with a credit card, and that's okay. These people need a job too, and they need to do things for people that aren't real good at it, and that's okay. That's what makes the world go round.
I'm happy those people exist.
Absolutely.
Right. And
Absolutely.
I even have my limits too.
Took me for ages to find a right-handed gear shift the other day. I had to go and ask for it in the end.
Yeah. And
I don't know if my kids know how to use credit cards. They just hold their phone up to the thing.
Yeah, they don't even know what the card is anymore, huh?
I don't know what a credit card is.
But also, who the fuck uses a credit card?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I know. It's the same.
I do.
Who
when I
would
whip
fuck
out the
this on
checkbook.
credit?
I use a credit card.
Oh, by the way, there's a new scam. They call you up and they say, this is card services. And somebody tried to open an account in Michigan in your name. And then you ask them which card, and they'll say Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. And it's like, wait a minute, those are 3 different companies.
Right.
And they try to get your PIN out of you. You know,
the older gentleman across the street got scammed. Age doesn't mean anything. You can get scammed quite easily. So anybody calls you on the phone, don't talk to them. Your banks don't call you. Your credit card companies don't call you. They have you call them.
Yeah.
And
they don't
the other clue is I could hear her husband in the background coaching her. And it's like, okay, wait a minute, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
I told the guy that last tried to do that to me that I only use India Express is my credit card.
Oh yeah, India Express.
Oh, I had one time. I turned on the recording, and I was screwing around with him, and he's saying, "Well, you need to do this on your computer and open this file and open this." And I said, "Okay." And I was playing along, you know. He said, "I need you to read to me what it says on your screen." And yeah, he was trying to get a number or what have you. I said, "It says, oh, wait a minute, something's wrong. It says, all hail Bigfoot." So he didn't get it. He didn't get it, so he had to get a supervisor. And the supervisor realized I was messing with the guy.
Yeah,
but
there's nothing they hate more than you taking up their time for nothing.
Yeah, he could have been scamming somebody else at the same time, right?
So that's good.
Yeah. I usually tell them the number on my screen. Oh yeah, that's 404.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. What I like to do is tell them, hang on a second, I got to go get my credit card. And then I just put the phone down and start slamming drawers every now and then. And listening to him on speaker. And this one guy says, he's going to get his card. You know, it's like, wait a minute. You know, he was talking to his partner, and oh my God, it's funny.
Well, somebody
do
said
that for about 15 minutes.
It's 5:20. That means it's 4:20 somewhere. So
4:20. Oh.
Happy celebration, and hello everybody in the chat. Before we get started, I wanted to say hi to everybody.
So this guy we're doing today is a gamer. He's got if you look at his live streams, it looks like he's got a game or something.
I don't know. He's all Jesus, all in. So
he's got all kinds of Lovecraft stuff and Abera. Is that a game? I don't play games. So.
I'm not a gamer either, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's a gamer. Yeah.
I'm gonna sort this out. I'm a gamer, so let me just check this out.
He's pretty sure of himself, whatever it is.
And he's got a bunch of Lovecraft. If you go to his live videos, you see all these game things.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, let's say hi to everybody that's joining in. Hello, Chris. Hello, Fred.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hello, Tilting Windmill, Rimmers, Nucleo Tidal Wave is here. Drusilla is here. Somebody's asking, let's see, Lisa for Truth asked, how do I fix cellular network not available? If anybody knows how to take care of that, everybody seems to have some kind of button to push today. So if anybody knows
walk out in the yard and hold your phone up. in the sky.
Yeah, I don't know how to use my phone. So if anybody uses their phone, please let Lisa know. Detroit Atheist, how you doing, Kelly?
They're not games, by the way.
Lisa has an Android, by the way. Sydney is here.
Lisa.
Lisa's tried Google.
Just try and restart your phone for a second. Like,
try and restart. Okay.
Yeah,
that's always a good tip.
That's a good place to start. And otherwise, it might be your service provider.
Or lick your arm and hold your hand up with your phone in your hand. Just lick your arm a couple times. That helps.
You're not holding your tongue the right way. Could be any of those things. It can be a pain. They're great when they work right, but they sure are a pain when they aren't. Hello, Jedi. How you doing? Hello, Drusilla. Let's see who else is in here.
Robert
Skeptic Philosophy. How you doing? What up? The Weirdo is there. How you doing? And I think that's most everybody. Randy is here. Beam me up. Bob is here.
Sydney.
Wait, I use a credit card. Uh-oh. Welcome to old school.
And a bit like that, just living on a credit card, like living on credit is just the stupidest thing. And like, that's what the whole of America is built on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Stupid.
Martine is in here. If I didn't say skeptic, if I didn't say, hey, hi, skeptic. Jacqueline is here. Let's see. That's about everybody. Hello, everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Welcome. Those joining on Mike's channel too. Hello. And I was just telling the panel that we have a guy that's going to tell us all about why Jesus is the only way. And I've heard that before, that all these other religions are, then there's hundreds or thousands, depending on your count. They're all wrong and Christians are right. Of course, the other religions say that about Christians, so I don't think they realize that, but they do.
Yeah, and also, if you really want to feel guilty about sex, Jesus is a hell of a way to go.
Yeah, and Paul too. Paul didn't have any, and he's telling everybody how awful it is, and it's real easy when you aren't having any. It also makes you bitter. So
I understand Jesus wasn't getting any.
Yeah, he wasn't getting any either. Halsey, well, it depends who you talk to. Some
he couldn't
people
even
say
buy
he
it.
was, and,
Yeah, he couldn't even buy it.
Yeah. Not even was
Hey,
surrounded
Halsey.
by him.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, she's over on Mike's channel. Hello.
Oh, okay.
I can see everybody on StreamYard if they got a clip or not.
Yeah, I got to keep an eye on
Atheist is over there too. Hello.
channel.
Big John is joining us. Hello. Good
Lisa
to see
for
everybody.
Truth. Did you mention Lisa, left-handed Jedi?
Yep. Lisa just
Atheist
joined.
15K.
And we're gonna dive right in. Hillhugger, hello, good day. Way over there on the other side of the globe.
I don't know. It's
Along
only
with
26 minutes.
Sydney and yeah, we're
Atheist
we're doing all right.
Atheist F5K,
Mhm.
whatever that means. What makes Jesus any more godly than we are? That's something that Jimmy Carr said once. If we're all God's children, what's so special about Jesus?
Yeah. Good question. Let's see, yeah, there's Sydney right there. Sydney brought along Hillhugger, so thank you very much. Jacqueline said that they didn't sleep well, but it's the dog's fault. Yep. Mine don't bark or anything, but they like to shake their collar and tell you it's time to go bathroom in the middle of the night. And they'll stand right by the bed and they'll shake their collar and go jingle, 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 jingle. And that's your clue. better let him out. The younger feller, I don't worry too much about, but the older one, I feel for him. You know, when you gotta go, you gotta go. There's no holding it. So, we tend to get up in the middle of the night and let him out, but mainly because of age, and we feel for him. So, but this guy, Mike says he may be a gamer.
Relate, right?
I don't know. Yeah,
well, it's weird. Yeah, he's really confusing. He's got a you got to look at his videos. It's very confusing. He's got blame who is best girl. Look at the ladies. I don't know what the hell. He's got a bunch of strange videos, and then he's got right in the middle are atheists lying. Like what? Okay,
that's what caught my eye is that we're all liars. So I don't like being called a liar. When you call somebody a liar, it's like calling them cowboy yellow or something. You know, I mean,
yeah,
you better mean it, because somebody's going to call you out on it. You know,
I had a conversation with Rebecca the other night. That was really interesting. And
I see you can't
about
get enough.
why evolution is a religion. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Well, she kind of went quiet on evolution for a while. Then she got back into it. She must not have been
really
enough controversy. So
she told me she didn't want to talk about Jesus anymore with atheists because you just can't. She can't work with us. So so when I asked her questions about her religion, her idea, she didn't have any answers for me. So I had some questions. I don't know.
Doesn't have any answers either way. So yeah, calling somebody a liar, you better have good proof that they are actually lying and not just mistaken or ignorant or something like that, because you can't hold that against somebody. Everybody's ignorant of something. You can't know everything, not even the scientists, although creationists tend to think the scientists do know everything. They don't. Some of them can't even tie their own shoe or change a flat tire.
They think they claim that they know everything, but no scientists. Yeah. Well, except some of the flat earthers and the very religious ones, they claim to know everything about stuff in other fields that they have not studied. But
Side 10 said once, "No, I don't know everything, but I do know somebody that does."
Yeah, that's it. All right.
Shame you can't talk to him now, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, Rochelle, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So we're gonna, this gentleman is well, I assume he's a gentleman, is very confident in himself and his abilities to explain things. So yeah, he caught my eye, and it after last week we actually made it through a 6-minute video, so I thought I'd better have another one just in case, but you never know. Sometimes we only get 3 minutes in, so cross your fingers. We'll see how it goes. He does have a lot of smiles going on, so he seems to be confident. And we're going to see are we really lying, or has somebody just misinformed us, like that old trickster, the devil, that we kept getting blamed for listening to, and I don't know where on earth they get the devil thing from.
I know.
But
another god? Is that another god? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know where he came from.
But we're going to give this guy a shot, like we do here at Saturday Night at the Atheists. And we're going to see if he can't prove to us that we are lying, because I don't want to be a liar if I'm lying. So I'd rather be wrong than be a liar any day of the week. So
we're gonna learn a lot here.
I liked your phrase from earlier that they're going to try and help us get over the hump. Unlike the camel that Jesus talked about.
You got no chance with that one.
Yeah, no, there weren't camels back in the Middle East in those days.
Yeah, that's a boo-boo in the Bible. So
boo-boo in the Bible.
Hail Bigfoot. So we're gonna pull this guy up here, and we've also got a Brad music video. Those of us who appreciate listening to Brad, and in case we need a break, I've got that pulled up.
Oh, guys, remember last week I was trying to tell you about First Avenue Bar in Minneapolis? Oh, are you playing something?
No, go ahead.
Bruce Springsteen showed up there yesterday and played his Minnesota protest song during one of the big protests. But he was at First Avenue doing that song. That's pretty cool. I wish I'd been there.
Nice.
Cool.
My neighbor was out in that area. So
Hi, Brojo.
Hey, Brojo.
Hello to you, and hello, Claude. I was just listening to you talking about Kent and his woman invitation. Did they ever show up? I doubt they did. But always like listening to Claude Balls. He does good coverage on
and
Kent.
Claude. Hello, Claude.
Yeah. So here we go. We're gonna try and get this pulled up. Ready? Okay.
I'm ready. Been ready since 1969.
Oh, that was a good year. My brother was born that year.
Welcome to Student of God.
Okay, hang on.
Oh
no. We should have known.
Yeah, what is with the satanic imagery in the background?
Oh yeah.
I mean, this guy, is he a Gnostic or something? What the hell?
That's what we were trying to figure out. Is he a gamer or maybe
he's not
that's
a gamer,
his gamer stuff? No.
That's no. He's into manga. I know that, but none of that was gaming.
I don't know. He's peculiar. We're trying to figure it out as we go. That's all I can say. Are atheists lying? I don't know. We're gonna find out though.
I guess that's the three horsemen.
That ain't just a background. That's like a blanket that he went out to Walmart and bought or something.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
I mean, I had to zoom in a little bit because he caught the edges of it too. So.
Yeah, perhaps it's from Lord of the Rings. I don't know.
It's not a green screen. It's an actual.
No, it's not. It's an actual blanket. Why would he buy that?
I don't know.
Oh no, it isn't full. Look, there's another one below him. Look, right there. You can just see the edge of another horse. So that is the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
The 4 horsemen, yeah.
Oh, okay.
4
horse? See the tail.
Maybe that's it. The red and the pale horse and okay. Brojo, we're both here. But Simos is the gamer, so I'm letting him handle that.
He's not a gamer, no.
That's Dan Dennett on the right at the top. The skeleton.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
there's a lovely line from
Horsemen.
There's a lovely line. There's a lovely line from a Genesis song, which is, "They say she comes on a pale horse, but I'm sure I hear a train."
Uh-oh.
Learning something, please like this video and subscribe for more. We're going to get into it though. What's interesting is that God reveals in his word.
Now he's already got a jump cut. He just started and he's got a jump cut. He should have been better prepared. That's all I can say.
At least he's done some editing.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Well, no, but if you're this in such a short time, you got to jump cut. Got to do a jump cut.
But you could have just started again, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like, come on, like.
Yeah, and as Rochelle says, make sure you leave a like on Mike's stream. We're trying to get him to 1,000, and I saw him about 640, so I'm getting there too. Please like our videos. We appreciate it very much. And while you're down there, make sure you check out the other panel members. Their links are in the description as well. Our other channels, our friends to the channel, our link to the main video. And if you're going to purchase something, make sure you drop by Bree's channel and purchase yourself a Bigfoot or a Mothman shirt. And go over there as well to any of the links that are shown. Help Ember out. What else is down there? My other channel is down there. We got a Top Dong joining us. Top Dong, we were just talking about Rebecca. You must have heard your ears burning.
Yeah.
Top Dog says, this is my gaming channel. So if you want to know about that kind of stuff, there you go. And we do like throwing Top Dong around because Rebecca slipped one day and said Top Dong. We've got Austin joining us too. Hello, Austin.
Hey,
Austin.
It's Austin.
Yeah, I think when she was talking about the Big Bang when she said top down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doubting
Yeah.
Thomas is here. Hello, good to see you. And yeah, we're about to get told if we're liars or not, Austin. So strap in.
Yeah.
This might go well on Rebecca's channel. So
Don't be too disappointed, Austin.
Word that he has made himself known through
He
nature
has, yeah.
to everyone.
Okay.
Uh-oh,
Look at the
we're
trees.
gonna look at
the
some trees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're dealing with a precept, eh?
Yeah, or we can look at the dimes too, as Frank Turk brought about. Look at all the dimes everywhere. Jeez, there's definitely proof. There's a lot of dimes.
Look at the Trump. Look at the Trump.
Yeah, look at anything.
No, but like if there's ladies that and like they want to look at some wood, like I've got some other wood you can look at if you want.
Ooh.
Look at the trees, yeah. If you want
Rochelle
proof
says-
of nature, just look at the breasts.
Yeah, Rebecca unblocked
there you
my
go.
alts. Well, there you go. She must be opening herself up to ridicule.
So they are without excuse. So all atheists,
So many
in one
dimes.
degree or another, are liars.
There you go.
Now, he just
Says so,
doubled
in,
down on it.
says so in the Bible, though, Dave. What are you going to do about that?
But,
It
yeah,
does.
that darn
Yeah.
book.
Fool in
gets him
his
in a lot of
heart
trouble.
says there is no God. Ah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it has to be my heart that's talking.
Well, I don't actually say there's no
It's
God.
It's done such a bad job in my life so far. Giving
Yeah,
me good
I'd
advice.
say that if there is a God, it's a bumbling fool, especially the one that's in the Bible. That I was watching some Aaron Ra earlier, and it's like he comes across as an idiot, and I had to agree with him. You read the Bible, and you're like, now wait a minute, he's God, and he doesn't know these things. I'm a little confused.
I don't know. I was trying to appreciate it all, and I was looking at the trees, and I was looking at the cows, and then the cow lifted its tail, and I was out of there.
And you got lots of trees around you, so
Oh yeah.
So
You didn't
what-
I was
see
asking-
God in that
I was
giant
asking-
dump of cow shit, Mike?
No.
Yeah.
yeah, don't want to slip
true-
in either.
he just thought,
Look at the cow.
Yeah,
argument-
you're just denying the truth in your spiritual blindness.
Denying the truth,
Anybody
right.
with spiritual insight would have seen that cow shit for the divine cow shit that it was. You
Well,
immoral.
actually,
I would have thought, what a crap argument.
you can grow some
Yeah.
damn interesting
But al- but
mushrooms
also
on that cow shit.
And I didn't
Then
realize
again-
how dangerous those things are. They squash a lot of farmers every year. So
Oh yeah.
beware of the cows, not just their dookie, but the size of them squishing people.
Oh.
They're a big animal.
So when I was a kid, we had, a line of cows in the barn. And when you walk behind the cows, if they sneeze and shit at the
I
same
know.
time, it can be really hard on you.
Uh-oh, did he quote Romans? I know he's going to quote Romans quite a bit. I've got it ready. If I hear that word, he's going to be in trouble, Scott. So
Anyway, I
hope
think
you're having
that's called a
good
snit.
time this evening. Yeah.
A snit. Don't get snitted on. I did.
We read in Romans 1:18.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go.
He said, I know he's going to say it a lot. I think that's his favorite book. Better watch out there. I got you covered on the Romans thing. And I told you so, Scott. I told you.
Yeah, brilliant.
Greatest hits.
25. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who by their unrighteousness suppress the truth.
And that's not true, because there's been a lot of grapages happening in church basements by church-like,
Right.
supposedly peoples,
You
and
think
male
that
and
was in
female.
basements?
And I don't know where he gets it that
That was in plain
God
sight.
dishes out unrighteousness, because he doesn't seem to care, really.
Yeah, well, also it goes against their own theology, doesn't it? Because Yeah, God can't dish out any wrath on earth, right? That's not possible because so you have to die first before he can issue any wrath, because you might convert at the last moment. So
That's true.
if he were to do that, if he were to dish out some wrath, then I'm afraid that would probably queer the pitch and spoil free will. So
See,
either
to
free will
me,
is nonsense, or it's just false in all the
Yeah,
Bible.
make sure
yeah,
if
to
you're going to
me
buy a
it is.
shirt anyways that you get one from Bree, because Bree's got some great shirts. I have one. It's a comfortable shirt too. So make sure you get one from Bree. Hello, Big Bad Mama.
To
Good
me,
to
it's
see you.
these guys who are denying the truth in their unrighteousness. Their unrighteousness in wanting to be main characters in a cosmic battle between good and evil. Their unrighteousness in wanting there to be a God who can forgive them for their sins. It is their unrighteousness that is causing them to deny the self-evident truth of our shared naturalistic atheistic reality that's been revealed to all of
Yep.
sound mind through
Oh,
natural,
don't give me
scientific,
that bollocks.
philosophical, intellectually brave revelation.
Oh, what a load
It
of
And
doesn't
shite.
matter.
so
It doesn't
And
matter because, as
they,
somebody just pointed out,
uh,
you've got until your last breath to change your
yeah,
mind.
and
So
also
I
I've
don't
just
see
got
why it's unrighteous if you can change your
yeah,
mind.
it's righteousness. It's in their righteousness they deny the truth of nature. But
yeah, right,
like
yeah.
also Austin, just to say this, what was going to say? Yeah, that's just circular nonsense, isn't it? And I just have no,
Exactly. Yes, that is
I have
exactly my
absolutely
point.
no truck with an atheist argument like that.
Pretty much the only thing you can do with it is shut up theists. And that's not an actual worldview that I plan on using. My worldview is based on intellectual bravery and curiosity. I want to turn over every rock I can and see exactly what's underneath it. And science is about building a model that predicts what's going to be under the next rock. And that's why it's so much better than random ass guesses and superstition based answers. And so
And
yeah,
that
I only use the atheist presup as an intellectual exercise to mess with theist presups because honestly, I think the atheist presup is better because it doesn't require an unverifiable necessary being. In the atheist presup, the necessary being is the substrate of all reality, the universal quantum field. In their presup, the necessary being is some unknowable deity that's based on a concept that was evolved from superstition from prehistoric human groups that were trying to understand what happened to people when they died. It's yeah, so it's really
breakfast tacos.
just a way to mess with them.
In short,
breakfast.
Yeah,
transcendental
breakfast
arguments are
tacos was
rubbish.
the one who introduced me to it. I've kind of adapted it to my own style, but yeah,
Okay,
he's funny.
okay, but it really kind of irritates me because taking it facetiously, that is my religion. Basically, that sums it up.
Fair
I
enough.
believe in the religion of complexity, and
Yeah.
people blaspheme against nature and complexity, and it really irritates me. Anyway, but for me, it's more than just a little sarcastic piece. When you
Yeah.
actually think about it, it actually makes sense.
No, I agree. Like I said, I think the universal quantum field is a better necessary being argument than the deity argument because the universal
is.
quantum field can actually explain anything. In fact, any
can.
explanation for anything you want to explain is going to end up involving the universal quantum field, and almost
Yep.
no explanations for anything you want to explain will end up involving a deity. I don't have to invoke a deity at any point when I'm explaining how putting my key in the ignition of my car and starting it up works.
And do you know what the definition of a field involves? That a field is everywhere.
Yeah.
There's something everywhere. So it's like all encompassing. Anyway.
Yeah, Taco does a good job of flipping everything on everybody that's a believer. So it is amusing the shtick he has and the baby talk that he uses too, where he replaces the words in the Bible. Very amusing. If you haven't seen Breakfast Tacos, whether you like him or not, he is amusing. So.
Oh yeah, he's an entertaining guy, but I think it's such a shit argument that it should never be used by atheists.
Oh no, I think it's wonderful. I think it works. We'll have a fight about that sometime.
No, you could use it for deism. I grant you, you can use it for deism, but I don't think atheists should be using it.
Well,
Well, like I said,
Otherwise-
like him,
it's just
like
otherwise,
he's
it's-
amusing.
You're
Yeah.
just putting it in as a being of the gaps argument. Otherwise,
Hmm.
No. Anyway, it's whatever. People
how do you
can do what they
explain
like.
pi, Simos? How do you explain pi? How do you explain that?
I literally have the foundation for pie in my oven.
Okay.
Oh.
Moving on. Let's listen to this ass.
For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. For
Fuck.
his invisible
Stop that!
attributes.
Stop that! They
Oh,
they want to claim skeptical theism all the time when they don't know how to answer what God does, and yet here they go. Everything that can be known about God is plain. No, that's not the case. Clearly, I mean, the problem of evil is, it only can be seriously answered by skepticism, by theological
And it's invisible.
skepticism, and also, like the Trinity. That's a mystery. Like, that's not plain. There's nothing
That's
plain
when
about the
Joe
fucking
blocked me.
Trinity.
When
Oh,
I
there
asked
you
him
go.
for a verse about the Trinity, because he's always saying it's in the Bible. Look at the Bible.
There is one in
And
the
I
Bible.
said, okay, where is that in the Bible? He said, that's it. You're blocked. I said, I thought so. How you doing, Mighty Filbert?
Yeah,
Don't
there is
forget,
one in the Bible.
Tune
but it's
into Mighty Filbert tonight. So he has a show on Saturday evenings.
There is one in the Bible, but it's a later accretion, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
know
it's
it
in
got
John,
me.
but I don't know.
I know it got me blocked. So.
Well, small
And
mercies.
Jedi dropping the green.
Yeah, there you go.
Gives us 10 gift memberships. And we got, let's see, Walking with the Spirit, Scott Duke, Better Than Ember, Al Trucker, Jester, Resist Oppression, Aunt Jer, Greg Zanish, and Jay Pasick. Good picks. Thank you very much, Left-Handed Jedi.
and
Thank you for supporting the
Kiriso
channel.
Yamamoto as well on the
Another one came through. Okay. Yeah. Kurisu. Oh, that's a great one. Thank you very much, Left-Handed Jedi. You rock.
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on to the skies, till the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among shadows, the wild spirits sing.
And once again, you rock. Thank you, Left-Handed Jedi. Just bored when Christians recycle the same argument. Yeah, me too. That's why I made the video about Romans, and I have a feeling I might be playing it again. So I almost just did it, but you dropped some green instead, so that's even better.
Has anyone seen Grayson Hawk lately? Anyone? Anywhere?
Yeah, I've seen him on Facebook, and he moved recently, and he's
He's
Okay,
always
so he's-
something.
he's
Yeah,
busy
something
with
was going
life
on.
and
That's
stuff,
right.
yeah. Okay.
He
Okay, well, good.
floats in and out. He gets busy doing stuff, and you don't see him for a while. Then you do see him for a while. So,
Okay.
but he's still out and about, and he travels, and he's a young person. So
Yeah.
let him enjoy life.
I'm glad he's doing okay.
Yeah, Grayson, if you're out there, hey Grayson, how you doing? And don't forget, I interviewed Grayson way back when. So if you want to hear about Grayson from the old days, there is an interview on my channel with Grayson.
Namely his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived ever since the creation of the world in the things that have been made.
Oh, there's just too many dimes here. I'm sorry. There's too many dimes.
No.
read that book. First of all, it's written to the Romans about their behavior, and then secondly, if God is holding it against me because I don't see his invisible qualities, you're set up to fail. Right there, you're set up to fail.
Also, when Paul wrote that to the Romans were very godly. They had a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
the fool in his heart says there is no God. I mean, I don't think there was such a thing as an atheist back then. And if there was, it was generally the Christians that were the atheists. So
yeah, and they went to Christianity. I mean, they switched Rome to Christianity? I mean,
yeah, quite a lot later.
What more could you want? Yeah, late eventually, but better late than never, right? According to the Bible, it's always better late than never. So I don't know
way to control
why they
people.
hold it against them.
Yeah, the American politicians are using the same method.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's a bit shocking, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're doing the same
So
thing.
they are without excuse.
Yeah, no
For
excuse.
although they knew.
Now, there is an excuse for lying. Being ignorant is an excuse. You're not a liar. So I'd watch how you throw that word around, Mr. Bright Eyes. Look at them eyes. Them some bright eyes.
Well, those are bright.
God,
cocaine involved.
They did not honor him as God or give thanks to him, but they became futile in their thinking.
Eyes are
in their
bright.
Well, he sure
That's all
loves
that's
that
right.
Romans book, doesn't he?
He does.
That was another thing that brought me to this video. Was oh boy, I get to use my Romans video.
Oh yeah, and of course, there's nothing like early century, like first century Romans to be futile.
That's true.
I mean, they'd only conquered most of the known world.
Foolish
Totally futile.
hearts were
Totally.
darkened. Claiming to be wise, they became fools and exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images.
What images are visible?
Oh man, imagine your life being made so complicated just by an inability to distinguish fiction from nonfiction. It's
Well, I just
poor
want to
guys.
explain to me. I want to know what images are invisible that are being held against me. There's so many verses in the Bible where you're just set up to fail, and it's like Aaron Ra was saying earlier. The God of the Bible is a bumbling fool. He doesn't seem to know things, doesn't seem to know his own things, and holds it against people.
He didn't know
when he sets you
he
up to
didn't
fail.
know enough to tell his followers, hey, women don't bleed every time they have sex for the first time, so you should stop burying women up to their necks and bludgeoning them to death with giant fucking rocks for not doing that. Ugh.
And there's Tilting Windmill. If you want to check in on Grayson, here's his channel. He does get busy, but Grayson is still around.
Oh, wow.
And we've got Calassia dropping 10 captive desk memberships. Lots of green tonight. Thank you, Rochelle. And we've got Rochelle gave herself a gift membership.
Thank you,
G-Force, B.S. Lewis. I was watching was it last night or something, and great discussion BS had going over there. Brenta, Simos, got a gift membership. Moondog, which is Reverb Twang. Thank you very much. John Hudson. Whoops. Another great hit. Skeletora. Trusty Ape. Good one. Pragmatic. Another good one. And Simos, Left-Handed Jedi. All dropping those great emojis. And if you'd like to become a member, you don't have to wait for a Captive Desk membership to give it to you free. You can hit the join button and become a member. And if you haven't become a member, do like Mike did, check the 3 dots under the join. You might not have the box checked to get free membership. And with that, you get all those great emojis. We've got the best emojis, including Answers in Atheism on Toast. So make sure you check that out. And we are going to give, we'll give you the new one. Thank you very much, Rochelle.
Bigfoot stomps. Yeah. Bigfoot stomps. Through the dark, through the swamps, he says you rock, he says you roll. Bigfoot stomps on your soul. Bigfoot stomps on your soul.
And thank you again, Rochelle. You rock. And yeah, Simos and Fred and everybody, Jacqueline, everybody's showing. Don't be shy with those emojis. That's what they're there for. Hello, Oceanus. Hello. Good to see you. And yeah, drop those emojis. On this channel, you can drop those emojis. Don't worry about it. And if you have a wrench or if you need a wrench, let me know. You can drop your channels. You can drop channels that you've seen lately that had some good content. Well, everybody does content. It's good content. So drop those in the chat too. We welcome all those things. The only thing we don't welcome is buzzkills, and we have very few of them here because we allow you to post all kind of things. So go ahead and post them. And if you are critical, that's okay too. Just be civil about it, right? We can take it. We're all grown here. Some of us even have gray hair. So, let us have it, and we will answer you back. And like my banner says, tag me if you have a question for an atheist, to any of us actually, but tag me so I see it, and we will try to address it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Left-Handed Jedi, for being here. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Resembling mortal man in birds and animals and creeping things. Wow. I mean,
Wow. Well, that's what it is. There's creeping things, Simos.
Oh, really?
You know
Yeah.
that thing you stepped on by accident, I'm sure. That was proof of God, and you accidentally stepped on it. So
Yeah.
hello, Dade. How you doing? You were having some kind of problems yesterday, weren't you? Thing restarted on you or something?
I hate it when I accidentally step on proof of God and then I got to scrape it off my shoe on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Leaves
It
a
does.
trail of proof of God on the sidewalk behind me, and just the worst.
Yeah, I actually have a spray for that instead of treading on them.
You got it figured out. Good deal. Dade does a lot of reading on his channel, so if you'd like to listen to him, check that out too.
that's intense, but it's true. Okay. So
Yeah.
anyone that
it's a
does not
bummer.
believe in God, they're suppressing the truth and unrighteousness because God has manifested himself to them through the things that are made, right?
Invisible.
It says his invisible attributes, namely his
Yeah,
eternal
thank
power
you.
and divine nature. This is Romans 1, verse 20, have been clearly perceived in the things that have been made, so they are without excuse.
No, he's totally right. Every time I bend over to tie my shoes, I think, God produced those shoelaces. God produced that shoe. I think God looped the, laces together. God put it's just such nonsense. Like, God doesn't enter your thought process during anything you do. To say that everything we do makes God apparent is just so gaslighty. It's such a ridiculous claim to make.
But it can be used for anything, right?
100%. And it is effectively only ever used for gaps in the speaker's knowledge, though. I mean,
God,
if you
wait,
know
wait,
how
wait,
to
wait.
tie your shoes, you don't have to appeal to God when you're tying your shoes.
God definitely put those little plastic ends on the laces, though. You got to admit
The
that, right?
aglet. Yeah, no, that was probably some Asian kid who gets paid $2 a day, just enough to survive. And you thanking God for it is probably one of the most morally egregious things you could do because of how much that little boy and his family have to suffer for the capitalist society that provides you that comfort to exist. So yeah, no, it's just it's disgusting to me on multiple layers.
Yeah. Every time I bend over, I just think, oh, God's looking at my butt.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Fair enough, though.
I'm going to start
Yeah,
bending over more
If you have a
often.
butt like mine, you got to go fair enough.
Dade, I dropped you a link on the Discord. If you want to join us, you are welcome to join us. Hit the. There you go. You're on. There's an invite on Discord for you. Yeah, I was listening to him doing some reading the other day. Good stuff. Daniel, hello. Praise the Lord. For everything invisible that I've missed, praise the Lord. I don't know how it's held against me. I think if God is fair and just, that he won't hold invisible things against me, but I could be wrong.
Unless you need some lube, in which case, praise the Lord.
That's true.
It's clear. You
It is
cannot
It's very
look
clear.
like at the
Actually, lube isn't all that clear, but we'll let you slide on it.
Depends on what lube you use.
Yeah, you got to. Only certain kinds are clear. Others are kind of fuzzy and blurry. But whatever works for you.
sky or even at the trees and just at contemplating all the different processes that must be going on in order to keep things running perfectly and smoothly.
Wait.
I'm almost thinking about it like
nature and physical things. It's all
Those are
just
God's-
naturalism and physical things when I look at those things, buddy. I don't see
Those
God
are God-
in it at all.
God's
That's
little
why I brought up
fingers are
Mighty
doing that?
Filbert.
Oh, no.
It's not always clear.
Austin,
I even see natural and physical things when I look at God. To me, God is this fiction that evolved alongside human culture, language, architecture, and biology. Even that, oh man, geez, I doubt these guys could handle the cognitive social model of religion, though. They probably think it's, atheistic, communist nonsense from college professors brainwashed to hate God and all that stuff. It's like such nonsense. There's so much evidence supporting the cognitive social
brings
model
up
of
a good
religion.
point, folks.
You can see the roots of it in every religion on the planet. Animism,
What about
totemism, shamanism, and then polytheistic paganism, and then monotheistic deism and theism. And yes, even Yahweh, even in Yahweh,
they don't consider
Yahweh
those.
is actually Yah and Weh were deities in an older familial pantheon in which Elohim was the overgod, the father deity. But and then it evolved in Christian theism into this triune deity. And that's not exactly right, but it's closer to reality than the model these guys are working with, and their model isn't allowed to change because they're scripturally locked in. I bet this guy's a creationist.
Oh well, with the picture behind him, yeah. Jacqueline brings up the point. Don't forget Velcro. I mean, we're all fucking Velcro. It doesn't have to be clear or even partially clear. It can be totally opaque and still get the job done. Of course, I wouldn't recommend Velcro, but
well, I don't know. It's the older gentleman's best friend, Velcro.
It is. We don't want to leave Velcro out. That's the thing. Till the grandkids get back, okay. Scott got a reprieve. Good deal. Rochelle says, Dade, on your last video, the audio is very quiet. You want to turn yourself up a little bit. Harry Man says, yes, atheists lied. I've lied many times myself. Well, if you're going to make the accusation, though, make sure you're, about yourself, you can do. But when you're making it about somebody else, you want to make sure,
Have I told lies like, no, honey, that doesn't make your bum look big? Sure. have I lied about the nature of the universe or what I can claim to know or my confidence level in my beliefs about that? No, I haven't.
Hello, Dade. How you doing tonight?
How's my mic sound?
Sound all right now.
Clear to me.
Sweet.
I guess your video was a little quiet, so you might want to check it.
No.
You could have been involved in the reading or holding a good one in at the time. I'm not certain, but it's possible.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, we try to help each other out. You know, could be completely innocent and as brainless. And I found out recently, sometimes things just get clicked by themselves and get turned down or turned off, or who knows, you know.
All right. So what's this EA who talking about?
He's trying to convince us that we're all liars. So
Fucking hell.
Yes.
if you don't believe, you're a liar.
God is revealed in every tree, in every snowflake, in every bag
dime,
dancing across the street, every bull that takes a shit on a tree while you're looking at it.
piles.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Which God?
Like, you know, when you're playing a video game,
Oh, there it
the
is.
program of the game is keeping everything running smoothly, so there's no hiccups.
Right.
So he is a gamer. We
Okay.
put
He's a
it
gamer.
together. Yeah.
He's a gamer.
There's nothing wrong with being a gamer. We're just trying to figure it out. So
So he's
I don't
saying
know.
that.
I don't know what games, because that very rarely do they run smoothly.
Well, he
That's
thinks
true.
that God is making them run smoothly. Is that what he's saying? It's like,
Well, he's saying life runs
look
smoothly.
at the games.
because the games.
Video
Yeah.
games have a programmer, Mike. Obviously, there's a
know.
programmer. There's a designer.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
There's got to be a
designer. Oh, okay.
designer.
Yeah,
Oh, I
just,
forgot about that.
just look at the
designer.
trees, Mike.
Yeah, I'm seeing him.
If there's a tree, there's a tree.
The tree must poop. So watch out.
When you look at the trees now in Minneapolis, there's an ice agent hiding behind every one of them.
You especially want to watch out for them.
Freezing his ass off, which is fun to watch.
Scott Duke said photosynthesis is revealed in trees.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There you
Which
go.
raises an interesting question. Why didn't your God create man to photosynthesize? Why is predation
Oh,
necessary?
Yeah,
I've
I've
asked
asked the
many
same thing,
times
Dave.
why I
Why
couldn't
do
have been
we
made
have
an
green
autocro.
hair? Right? We should, or in your case, a green head. It
Would
would
have
make
been
a lot of
so
sense, wouldn't it?
easy to endosymbiosynthesize some freaking chloroplasts into our cells, but it didn't happen.
Didn't happen. And people with long hair would have even a more of benefit, right? Like you could just keep growing it, and somebody that doesn't have a lot of hair could, tap in and to get free energy. So
I don't know.
Would
Yes,
you,
there's
my
two
energy.
you think there'd be fungus people, some mycorrhizal humans that are
Right.
better at getting nutrients than we are?
Yeah.
Mm.
And I talked to Look at the Trees. I had Look at the Trees was on my channel, and we discussed looking at the trees. And he's off and out. He does a lot of nature walks and hikes, and he's looked at a lot of trees in his day, and all he's seen is trees. So
Wow.
I don't know why they go on about it, but it seems that they're nothing but trees. Not that trees aren't good.
Well,
Okay.
when you
But,
make this presupposition, it makes everything outside of local scale completely dumbfounding to you. Like Jim Bob, when he has debates, he can't explain a chainsaw. Even that is
Yeah.
like beyond his worldview.
He doesn't
It's
understand how
too grand.
gravity works or how rockets work or anything, but he's going to tell you how the universe works. And that cracks me up every time. I know how the simpler things work, but not how the universe works. So I don't know how he thinks he knows that just from reading a silly book. But he was on with Jim Bob last night. That's right. We haven't quite figured him out yet. If it's just if he's just pulling everybody's leg or not. But somebody called him on it last night that he's only doing it for money, and that's what I seem to think. His audience is just about super chats and whatever they're all shaking their head to. He agrees with. So
Who are you talking about?
Jim Bob.
Jim Bob's
Our-
about. Yeah, he's a grifter. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, our friend. Sydney says, captive desk. Photosynthesis does not provide the amount of energy for movement, thinking, etc. Our internal combustion engine is needed for that. That's a good point. It does provide a lot of energy, and I've heard that before.
But he
Yeah,
could have
no, I
denied us.
think we were all just kidding around. We were just making a joke there. I was at least.
But he could have
Yeah.
made us. He could have made us like dislike meat. There's still no need for predation. We could have just been vegetarian, and just put more energy into the vegetables.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's got
I
it
mean-
after
Or he
all.
could have just made photosynthesis more energetic.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's the thing. He's God, right? Why didn't he just juke it up a little bit instead of making it so weak? So, these are the questions I have that nobody can answer, including Jim Bob.
Yeah.
Like, where is the Trinity at? You're blocked. Okay. That's the best answer I've gotten from him, I guess.
Oh, he's funny. He doesn't like talking about the Bible.
No. Yeah, as soon as you neither does a Hawaiian shirt guy or any of them. As soon as they start leaning, they just say, well, it's magic. And then they get right away from that and go back to poking holes in whatever scientific topic they're addressing at the time.
I don't know about Ken, but with Jim Bob, if he starts talking about the Bible, he knows he's going to lose his Christian base. Because he doesn't know it. He doesn't know it nearly well enough. He doesn't know any theology, basically. He just likes to pretend. I don't even think he's a Christian, to be honest with you.
And
I've been saying all along he's just doing it for the money. If you watch his eyes are always going at the super chats, and wherever he gets the most super chats, that's what he's for.
Yeah, no, absolutely. A lot of channels are like that these days, so you know.
And that's fine. I mean, this is America.
Yeah. That's right.
You're free to make a buck any way you want, and whether I agree with it or not doesn't mean it's right. But you are free to do it. So
you're such
if
a cool
somebody will
looking
give you a buck,
I destroyed Atheist Queen.
You're such a cool looking dude, Dade. Unbelievable.
and real quick, I don't think I've spoken to Dade before. Nice to meet you. And damn, that's a voice.
Yeah, Dade's got a great voice, and
Nice to meet you as well.
he's got the great slam going on. Everybody, if you want some good shorts to amuse yourself, Dade's got some great shorts too, Brains.
Okay, yeah.
I
So
was going to say we did a review of Jim Bob's most recent evolution debate, and he reviewed our review, and it was really funny. Like I thought it was hilarious that he reviewed our review of his review of the review of the review. Like that is such like sloth content.
Super meta.
It's too much.
Hey, I got more likes on my hate video than some of the other big names got. Then, so I was pretty happy with it. I ticked him and his audience off.
I thought it was funny
my
that
video.
he accused us of well poisoning while we were just reviewing his debate, when like half of his channel is him calling people pig snakes and liars and all. Like well poisoning is one of his favorite things to do. It's like so ironic, but maybe we can get things back on track a little bit by one of the arguments he made during that evolution debate was he was arguing about how evolution isn't possible, because imagine an organism only having 1/8 of a penis. You can't use it for anything.
All the nubs.
Yeah.
Of course you can. You can get out of
with a
it.
nub.
The hilarious
nub
thing is that
theory.
argument is so bad, yet like 80% of his audience is like, "Oh my god, what a great argument! I'm going to start using that."
He shows
I mean,
he doesn't
really-
understand evolution by saying no.
yeah.
But it's like
A really good counter to that is if you think you can't have sex with a nub, just ask Trump.
Well, it's like
Ooh.
it's like he's never met a woman.
well, and it sets
Yeah,
you up for
I
so
mean,
many jokes like
like,
that, Mike.
That's where the penis comes from, right? It comes from a nub.
Yeah,
Or if,
and obviously it's better to have 1/8 of a penis if your entire population, all the other males, only have 1/16 of a penis, or 1/32 of a penis, or 1/64 of a penis,
Right.
or
Mighty Filbert, if you
1/128
wanna
of a
see
penis,
Pig
like Jim
Snake,
Bob's dad had.
He's got lots of animations of the pig snakes. And hello, Trusty Ape. I saw you just got a gift membership. Feel free to use it away. Thanks for joining us. I see. Yeah, he sees it. All right.
He's there already. He's on it. Hi,
Good.
Kev. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well.
That's what God's doing at all time for his creation. Except
He's
there's
not
never
doing
any
fucking
hiccups.
nothing, mate. Sorry, I had to be very British there for a
Now,
moment.
Dade will agree with you on that. He asks that question a lot. What are they doing over there? They're reading a book of nothing, right?
Like, how do you know your God's doing anything?
It's invisible.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
It's all post hoc
And it's
ergo
being held
propter hoc.
against you.
Dave. That's all you're gonna get. You're gonna get that which follows that which came from before. I urinated, and 5 minutes later it started raining. Therefore, it started raining because I urinated. I said a prayer of God, show me a sign. 5 minutes later, it started raining, so it started raining because I prayed to God. Like that's all you're gonna get, Dade.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I asked
God.
God to show me a sign once. I walked into a door and went, "Fuck off."
We're almost halfway through this video, believe it or not. So
Yeah, no, we're
Cross
doing well.
cross
We're
your
doing real
fingers.
well.
We might actually get to the end of this video. So
Yeah,
although
miracle if we
we
do.
might get stuck here. So this guy keeps saying Romans. I might have to play the video code more times.
Perfect. And his power, his divinity,
Yeah,
his
power.
providence is just clearly revealed in the things that are made. So people are without excuse. Hence,
Clearly.
atheists are liars.
Clearly.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're without excuse. See,
This is predicated
Just
on
doing it
my
to me.
accepting that scripture is accurate. Like, why should I believe what this book says in the first place? All of
It's
this
got
hangs
invisible
on the
things.
premise that the Bible
Because
can be
it's a
trusted.
good book. And a
Yeah,
good book
the
will know it's good.
Bible's true because God said it's true because the Bible's true.
For sure, Dade,
Yeah.
one of the biggest weaknesses of theist presuppositionalism is that I can say all this same shit about Zeus or Allah. You know, I can say the trees reveal Allah and you're denying Allah and your unrighteousness. It's the exact same argument. It has the exact same level of convince.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
it has
really funny.
the exact
really
same
fun-
level of evidence.
Presuppose Doug.
There is a really funny
must be his
video
name, but why
on.
not presuppose Doug? Doug is, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's no reason
There's
to accept that this God is axiomatic when it's
there is a really funny
ontology
video.
hasn't been
Sorry.
substantiated. You know.
There's a really funny video of a presup Christian versus a presup Islamist or Muslim.
That'd be hilarious.
And
Yeah.
they just I mean it's like listening to them trying to shut each other up, and eventually
circuit.
That's
it's
exactly what I was
hilarious.
going to say.
It's
The
absolutely
Islamic
hilarious.
apologists use the same arguments, and it's hilarious watching them try to use the same arguments against each other
It's each other, yeah.
Right.
because they're basically throwing the invisible thing at each other, and it's like, well, how do you argue, for it or against it? It's ridiculous.
I'm subscribed to a few channels where all they do is they're Christian theists who argue against Muslim theists. And the funniest part is in a lot of these debates, they reach a point where one or the other says to the other one, "You sound like an atheist." You're so close. You're so close. You're both right. You're just not quite right in the way you think you are. Yep. So close. You're one God away from being an atheist. You reject one more God than I do.
Oops.
Or
Missed
one
it
less,
by that much.
one less God than I do, rather. Yeah.
Well, while I'm thinking of it,
Yeah.
we'll throw Austin and Dade in the description so that you can find them too.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can like. It's even better if you get a evangelical Christian against a Orthodox Christian. Those are some mighty fine arguments right there. Just talking over each other and contradicting each other and going, "Well, you don't have tradition. Oh, well, you don't have the word of. You don't have the born again." It's like Yeah,
Right.
okay. You know, yeah, I don't have. It's like them playing top trumps. Do you know what I mean? Well, my one
That's-
says baptism.
why I
I
enjoy
got a
them.
10 on baptism. What have you got? You know,
Yeah,
and the other one
I've
goes,
heard the
oh
same
well,
thing.
you know, I only got a 5 on baptism, but I've got, you know, I've got
Why
born
do you go
again
to
20.
why do you go to Islam if you're going to hear the same arguments? It's like it's hilarious because
Yeah.
they're using the same arguments against each other. And you know, it's one thing if you're an outsider, but as an insider, you have to appreciate that they're talking about their souls and their lifestyle and everything else by using the same arguments. And it just becomes ridiculous. Now, I've asked many a time, oops, hit the wrong key. Have a different argument, but it's not the same argument. Or it's the same argument, I mean. So you're not getting anywhere.
Yeah,
So,
well, I mean, you know, arguing apologetics is the
Quit
definition of not getting
pulling
anywhere.
on
isn't
the
it?
earphones. Sleeve keeps catching the earphones. Okay, Austin's in there. And we'll put
Yes.
Dade in there.
I take it you mean Alex, do you? Dade?
Yeah,
I would
that's
hope not.
right.
Yeah. You know, there's a few fake videos of him going around.
Well, the one I recently watched is one in which he's critiquing just some arguments that Christopher Hitchens had made, where it's just basically like he either demonstrates how Christopher Hitchens doesn't answer the question, or he just sort of engages in like typically he'll engage in a fallacy, or it's usually the tu quoque fallacy.
Tu quoque, yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? And it was like 10 examples he pointed out that I had never noticed before. And I had seen those particular debates, and I'm like, oh my goodness, he's correct.
Yeah.
You know, so I just thought that was interesting.
No, I agree. And like, you know, I don't think it's a bad thing though, because like Christopher Hitchens was playing the game. He wasn't there to debate actual factual situations about anything. He just wanted to play the one-upmanship game on the theist. And when you're talking to some of these theists, that's what they're trying to do. So that's why I like Christopher so much, because he was better at it than the theists were.
The way Alex O'Connor described it is, he said that Hitchens he would typically debate, but not necessarily the argument.
Yeah, I agree.
Is how he would frame it. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, please.
And like, it's because he had such a great turn of phrase, it didn't matter to me.
Right.
Because
Just
I
a
was
good
just
show.
like, oh, that's a gotcha.
Dade.
That's a gotcha right there. You don't have to have the argument. You know.
I added Dade and Austin in the description, and please check out everybody else that's on the panel, as well as Simos, and where you can find
please.
Brainless,
I'm
and where
desperate
you
for
can
like.
find Mike and Scott and myself. All the links are in the description now. It's updated. Thank you very much, everybody that's here with joining us.
Simos, I'm doing a live discussion tomorrow with my friend Damien, and we're talking about the philosophy of science, and for sure the racist pseudoscience of IQ is going to come up at some point. And I thought you might appreciate that.
Ooh,
Yeah. For
Sounds
sure.
good.
Send me the
hello,
link.
Native
Send me the link.
Atheist. How you doing?
What's up,
Thanks for
Native
joining
Atheist?
us. Another great member of the community, and Cariso here too. Hello, Cariso. I met Chris at the protest in Kentucky. It's nice to meet you, Chris.
We spent the weekend at a cabin together. Super nice guy, very knowledgeable about technology. If you know him and you ever have computer problems, he's a good person to ask for help.
And if you want somebody that stays on Hovind, Chris does so. Claude Balls was just talking about him earlier, who also stays on. Claude actually had a write-up in one of the magazines about staying on Hovind. Oops, I said his name. The Hawaiian shirt guy. Make sure you check out his channel.
Kindergarten Dropout.
Yeah. Too bad for you.
I need some help with Windows 11. I want to know
no
why.
problem. Yeah,
I
go
wanna
back
know
to Windows
why.
10.
Yeah,
Don't
I want
ask
to know
why.
why. Why 11? Why?
They're always, as soon as you get it figured out, they're going to change it. So
Yeah.
don't ask why too much.
I never bothered going to Windows 11. I stayed on Windows 10.
Oh, shit.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
better now because I don't get the updates anymore.
I inherited
Oh.
a computer, so.
Yeah.
Can you go back? Can I go back without
I don't think you
buying
can. No, I don't
Yeah.
think you can.
And you have
anymore.
to do a completely reinstall, I think.
Trusty
Yeah, if you
8,
set up
does he
a-
still like to whack atheists? He does on, what is it, Wednesdays or something? He's got a channel, too. I don't know how he has a channel. He's got a channel going now, too. If you'd like to visit and leave a comment about him having a channel that he's not supposed to have, I'm not telling you to do it in any way, shape, or form. But, yeah.
No, just report it. Report it
He
for
keeps
ban
trying
evasion.
to. And I was trying to get around that, but I'm not telling you to do it. But if Austin did it, I'm not going to disagree. So.
Yeah, I report every channel he puts up for ban evasion because he's ban evading, so it's not against the rules to say that.
He's done so what, half a dozen times. Emma got him the last time, and so I don't know. He just thinks he's above it all. So when you got Jesus on your side,
I
I
don't
guess you're
answer to
above it all.
YouTube. I answer to God, and you're going to answer to God at the end of your life too, atheist Hovind.
Yeah. Well, let's see if this guy can.
I'll deal with
ban
that when I
evade as
get
well.
there.
Okay.
And not only has God revealed himself and the things that he's made,
Invisible.
but this also shows up in our conscience. Okay, so one thing, you're without excuse just by seeing the light of nature. You're also without excuse because God's given you a conscience and has written his law in your heart. We're reading Romans 2:14 through 16.
Oh,
For
God,
when
do we have to?
Gentiles,
No, not more Romans.
Yeah, let's blow this video, man, because he's just reading from the Bible. So
he just can't avoid the Romans.
No, 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 no.
I think we've thoroughly heard Romans is what you're saying there, Simon.
yeah, I don't need to hear any more Bible quotes, especially
Yeah,
when they're just assertions with no demonstration of what they
he
mean
has-
or
he has read a
explanation,
lot.
even.
Well,
Or
I've got to ask this.
explanation.
I've got to ask him one question.
You on drugs?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
for once, I wish they'd say, clearly seen by the invisible hand of nature. I mean, what the fuck does that even mean?
Can
I
you
don't know.
imagine going on like some kind of game show where there's high stakes? Like if you answer questions correctly, you win a prize, and the host asks you to explain trees, and you say, "Well, God," and you
Just
know,
look at 'em.
Regis, it's God. God made the trees, and
Yeah.
God saw
God
that it was
done it.
good. The host is going to look you in the face and say, "That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I award you no points. May God have mercy on your soul. At no point did you approach a rational thought." It's
Yeah.
and I think theists themselves know that when it comes down to it, they're not going to answer like that. They're going to try and give the scientific answer. Well, trees, it's a kind of plant. It grows from the soil. It grows from a seed that's produced by another tree. And going back, they understand when there's stakes why theist presuppositionalism is inferior to scientific curiosity. And that's why I think it is kind of, Simos is right. It's a silly argument. It's not really good for anything. That's why while I like atheist presup, it's not my actual philosophy. I only use it to counter theist presup.
Yeah, cover what Chris said.
I just think
YouTube
all
doesn't care
transcendental.
unless there's a flood. If they get enough reports, they'll look into it. So eventually, Hovind gets caught. So
I think
somebody's got to look at it and actually see that it's Hovind up to his same old shtick. The Hawaiian shirt guy, yeah, Hawaiian shirt guy is it.
I think the transcendental argument by its nature is, I mean, it's similar to the ontological argument. It just doesn't mean anything. There's no weight
Yeah.
whatsoever.
All right. We're going to move on to the other video.
Did you see that one I sent you with Punctuated Equilibrium by Apologetics Press? That was a
not
really-
sure if
that
it's-
was a-
we actually finished a video.
Yeah,
well, we got to
finished
have
the
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
everybody's
That
repeating himself too
requires
many
a
times.
celebration of some kind, Dave. I think we deserve a Bigfoot
We're
for
gonna-
getting through a video.
Well, that's the main thing that I was doing was because he did so many times. So
Why have I got my other
I-
name there?
I thought that, I don't know. You're Dave too. Dave's a good
Yeah,
name.
when I play games, I play Daisy, so I call myself
Okay.
Daisy.
We'll give him a Bigfoot, and then we'll move on to the other video I've got from him.
Bigfoot stomps. Yeah. Bigfoot stomps. Through the dark, through the swamps, he says you rock, he says you roll. Bigfoot stomps on your soul. Bigfoot stomps on your soul.
I think Simos has had enough of my video.
That's all right.
I think that's my
he knows
favorite
Romans
one.
by heart by
Cheers.
now.
Fuck
Yeah,
Romans.
I love this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Dr.
I like.
Dino,
Don't get me
that's the
wrong.
one
I like
saw.
Romans, but not that
The name
guy.
on the channel is Dr. Dino. So
He's still using that. Oh man,
Yeah, he
Oh,
is. Yeah.
it's still
Dapper
floating around.
Dino pretty much robbed him of the ability to use that. You can't call
Mhm.
yourself Dr. Dino if you can't even define what a fucking dinosaur is. Good,
Or
Or
a
you're,
doctor.
or you're not a doctor, right?
Yeah.
right?
It's lying
okay.
on both.
I still prefer call him inmate 06452-017. I am.
There he is. That's what Aaron Rock calls him too.
He personally gave me permission on a phone call to refer to him as a kindergarten dropout, so that's what I've been referring to him as.
That's
I call him the floater. For those of you that know the reference.
Oh yes, I know that reference for sure. The Ali G show. Who? I know it was you.
What's Mike got up here?
Oh, let me just play just a second of this or something. Okay, wait a minute. Notice this is the where is it here?
It's terrible.
Oh, this is the home of paleontological studies, Office of Professor Paleo Paula. This is a treat.
Yes, who is it?
Digger Doug and Iguanodon.
All right, mate.
Oh, great. Come on in. Glad to see you today, friends.
Good old Paleo Pilot. Are you still studying things that got dug up from the ground?
You know it.
Would you be surprised if I told you that I may be transforming into the most unstoppable force in the history of football?
In the history of football, Iggy, there have been a lot of spectacular football players, Iggy. I mean, from...
Iggy, go ahead. Paula, I think I may be going through Pilfer-rated epicness.
I'm not sure I know what that means.
Iggy's talking about punctuated equilibrium.
Oh,
Anyway, if you want to do a good video, Dave, I think this would be a real treat.
Okay.
This whole thing is just, yeah, I think it's, I don't know, it's Apologetics Press. I don't know if it's for kids
It's,
or what.
it's making me want to vomit out of my eyeballs because that's precisely.
Oh my
what
God, it's horrible.
for. It's for
They're gonna
kids
tell us
for
all.
sure, and it's for gaslighting and misleading them, telling them that punctuated equilibrium disproves evolution, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Sort of.
But yeah, It is just excellent. Anyway,
Punctuated equilibrium is just a variety of evolution. It's a model of evolution that says that lots of species are at stasis for a long time, and then they evolve due to the typical forces, the ones that Hardy and Weinberg covered: migration, change in population size, change in mating patterns, etc. It's not a disproof of evolution. It's not validation of the creationist argument that there's only evolution within kinds. Kind still has no
There's
clear
no such
definition.
thing as a geologic
It's a
column. They just made it up.
pseudo-taxon- Yeah.
I love these guys. Every single time they talk about geology, they say, "Oh, blah blah, the Grand Canyon." They never talk about any other formation anywhere in the world. Just the goddamn Grand Canyon over and over again.
I say Stephen Jay Gould's name should be left out of their mouths. He was on The Simpsons. See, there you go. If it was on The Simpsons, it is true.
Oh.
Who hasn't?
Stephen Jay Gould, really?
One of my favorite quotes of all time comes from Stephen Jay Gould, and it goes, "I am not as obsessed with the machinations of Einstein's brain as I am the fact that people of equal talent have lived their entire lives in opium fields and sweatshops."
Right. Yep. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, off to the second video. This one is he is going to explain why Jesus is your only way to get to heaven, because it says so in the Bible.
He's racist.
What a coincidence.
Okay.
Well, as we've learned in the first video, he likes to repeat the Bible, and all those other books are silly.
Him reading the fucking Bible.
Well, were you expecting anything other than top tier Simos?
I just like an argument, even the most basic argument, even if I don't know. I'm looking right now.
Well, this one might be a little bit better, but I couldn't resist the other one because he called us out. So, but this one might be a little bit. It's a little bit longer too, so we'll never get through it.
Welcome to Student of God.
Okay, wait.
As always, this.
He's got that. He's got that fucking poster, that fucking towel hanging up again.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he loves that.
He must be a
Same
Satanist,
suit, isn't it?
He must
I think
be
he
a
is.
Satanist, if not a Gnostic, for sure. Yeah, Yahweh is the devil. That's what he's saying to me right now.
Hey, Dave, what is the name of this one?
Why Jesus is the only way to heaven.
Okay, got it. Okay, good. I want to hear it. Oh, wait a minute.
References.
I don't want to go to heaven. What? It sounds like church on Sunday.
Well,
to me.
it'll tell
Infinitely.
you how not to go there too. So it depends how you listen.
I can imagine exactly what it would be like if I went to heaven. By day 10,647,293 of worshiping God all day, every day, I'm going to wake up and go, again? Are you fucking kidding me? You have got to be fucking kidding. When does it stop? Please tell me there's a stop point. I've had.
Nope.
Can I go back? I want to go to hell. Can I go to hell?
On your
instead,
knees.
please?
And all that says to me is that God is the biggest narcissist that ever existed, if he exists.
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
I wouldn't even want that. I wouldn't want people to come and worship me all day, every day. That's way too fucking needy.
That's what
Figure
you're
out
for
your own
eternity.
shit.
That's what you were created for.
So, Dave,
and if Jesus is the only way to heaven, I'd hate to think what the price of the ticket is.
Ooh,
Dave.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So, what is the real name of this? Is it why is Jesus Christ the only way to salvation and eternal life? Or
let me get the actual name.
Yeah, thank you.
I might have misquoted it. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you didn't put the description or the thing in your description.
Well, I only put the top video. I didn't think we were going to get to that.
I know.
So
I know. Go ahead.
Let's see.
I'll forgive you.
Why is Jesus the only way to salvation?
I got it.
And you got it?
Yeah.
You got it.
And eternal life according to Christians.
Okay, now we got it.
Hey, Joe, good to see you. Hey, Mighty Filbert. Thank you very much for the
Hey, Joe.
Starbucks.
Good to see you.
Joe.
Yeah, don't forget, Mighty Filbert will be on this evening. I can't remember where I heard this, Dr. Hovind or Dr. Flintstone, but woolly mammoth babies apparently made good vacuum cleaners. I've seen that on a show somewhere.
Yeah,
They
a
put little
documentary
wheels on
about
them and
dinosaurs. I saw it on a documentary.
Yeah.
Mike, in this documentary, was a bird with a beak used as a can opener?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
the one.
I'm almost
Right.
certain you're watching the Flintstones.
And
Now.
the bird,
good
the bird
data.
also was the
Very
camera
good.
too, wasn't it?
I think it was
Very
on
good.
PBS. PBS?
Yeah.
Or was it? Yeah. It was one of those
Very
really
good.
weird stuff.
A lot of
Very
birds and
efficient.
mammoths. Well, the mammoth was the sink too, and yeah, they were environmentally friendly. So
Yeah. And it was very useful to have cranes in the Stone Age as well.
yeah, Bronto
Oh, yeah.
cranes and yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yabba dabba doo, hairy man. I say yabba dabba doo quite often on Ken Ham videos. That's my comment is usually yabba dabba doo or yabba dabba delicious or whatever, something along the lines of yabba dabba doo. Yeah.
Will be in the description below. And if you're learning something, please like this video and subscribe for more.
We haven't learned anything. Simos hasn't
Yeah.
learned a damn thing.
The only thing I've learned is that I've wasted more time this evening than I normally do.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
We're going to get into it though. So
Are we?
everyone's problem is that they're sinners. All right. And Paul writes in Romans 6:23, for the wages of sin is death.
Oh no, don't make me. I won't do it this time, but don't make me.
No.
But the free gift of God is eternal life in Christ Jesus, our Lord.
It's not a free gift.
Jesus said himself, I'm the way, and this is in John 14:6. Jesus says, I'm the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
And because
Yeah,
it says it in the Bible, it must be true because
Right.
Jesus is true. And
Yeah,
it
and
says in
who's
the
the-
Bible that Jesus is
Oh.
true. And Jesus says the Bible's true. So it must be
And-
true.
And Jesus said it. So, the only way is
Yeah.
by me.
That's
And
it.
how do you know that Jesus
Yeah.
said it when Jesus didn't write anything? And it always makes me question, what about the poor Jewish people? For thousands of years, they didn't pray to Jesus.
Yeah, right. They all went to hell?
Mm.
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
God doomed them all and made them do all those things and live a certain way and for nothing.
Not just
Right?
the Jews, but like everybody before Jesus was born. Like
Right.
that was quite a few people that were just
What if you
doomed and had
Well, I
no-
mean, to be fair, the Jewish people did have an out because they did cut the ends of their penis off.
Yeah, that's the only thing they had.
Just saying. If there's no more certain way to get to heaven, it's to cut the end of the penis off.
Yeah, it always bothered me that
Yeah.
they started the whole thing with the one God and the name and the first half of that book is it's all OT with no Jesus unless you throw Jesus in there, which doesn't apply. But yeah, they really forget the Jews, right? Now, come on now, don't they get any credit for what they did, good or bad? The Jews are the first half of that book, and for thousands of years before Jesus, there was the Jews, and Jesus even thought the Jews were good enough to follow because he was a Jew. So, and he didn't have the end of his song either. So, if it was good enough for him, I don't see why they discounted everybody else. So they sure got slighted, and they did all those things for nothing, right?
I think Simos is making a great point in that it takes a lot of gall to tell us that, oh, it's obvious, God's truth is so self-apparent when God's truth isn't even fucking rational. Like to say, oh, it's obvious. You just look at the trees. Obviously, this means God hates the tips of little babies' dicks. Like, no, dude, this is not. You are making huge leaps. You need some
Yeah.
steps in between
Well,
these things.
and you got to blame Paul too, because Paul is putting it all on Jesus and taking it away from the Jews too. So neither one of them cared much for them. So I'd have to say they got slighted. They really did. Yeah, and make sure you check out my other channel with the Grassman Chronicles. I have another story written up. As soon as I get a chance to do it, I will do it. I promise. I know I've been promising for a while, but if you've ever had the illness I have, you know how tired it makes you. It makes me want to cuddle up with a blankie this evening and feel old. So hopefully coming up, I will be taken off of some of these drugs, because they sure make you drag your behind across the floor and you don't want to do anything. You really don't. But I have been working on it. I've got it wrote out. I've got it edited. I just got to kick myself and do it. So, yeah, please subscribe over at the Grassman. I know a lot of you have, and I sure appreciate it. Thank you very much.
But if you think those drugs are making you sick, Dave, you can imagine how sick they're making the cancer. So much worse for the cancer, right?
They are doing their job. I will give it that. They have been. So I'm giving them credit where credit is due. I just I like to bitch because you don't get much else done but waiting for them to do their job. So, but from the pictures I saw, and I love. They have a thing now for the patients where you can go and you can see all your stuff, and you can see the photos, you can see the measurements. It's great. So keep up the good work. Just quit giving me so many side effects like hiccups. I was talking with the nurse last time, and she agreed with me that hiccups are annoying. Hello, Earl. How you doing?
In 1 John 2:23, John writes, "No one who denies the Son has the Father. Whoever confesses the Son has the Father also."
Now see that there again.
What the
Jesus
hell
was
does that
talking to
mean?
the Father. The Jews were speaking about their Father. Hello, Crystal. How you doing? Yes,
Like
I was going to say I saw you got a membership earlier.
Sounds like he's saying if you have Jesus inside of you, you also have the Father inside of you.
Yeah, and I never understood all of that.
Nice.
About the heaven and the thing when you supposedly go to heaven and have your judgment and everything, but the Jews don't have all that until they rise up. So it doesn't happen right away. So it gets very confusing. And, he's got that look like, haha, Jews, you had it wrong for thousands of years. So hiccups, have you tried a taser reset? Yeah, taser fixes everything, right? The way I understand it, hiccups are leftovers from not getting enough oxygen. But every time they hook me up to a monitor, I'm getting enough oxygen. So I don't know why I'm getting hiccups. So,
well,
very confusing.
The body actually doesn't know the difference between getting too much oxygen and too little.
Oh, okay. That might be why. Because just out of the blue, I'll get the hiccups.
That's also why hyperventilate.
Okay. I know it's supposed to help you get oxygen, which is a good thing. But doesn't seem that I needed it. So, but whatever. It's like I said, I wouldn't even know I was sick if not for the side effects. So maybe that's why they give you side effects, so you have something wrong with you. Taking your medication.
Annoy you. Dude, it just
apparently. Well, he gave me some new thing for my thyroid, which is supposed to fix me up. He said, this will make you feel better. And I did. I felt better. But then I broke out in a rash. So and then I had to call the nurse, and she gave me another pill for the rash. And it's like Mike was saying, yeah, every time you get a new pill, you get a new pill, you get a new pill, you get a new pill. And it's like, no wonder my grandfather had so many pills. It was for all the side effects. But anyway, I'm still here. So thank you for that. I think hiccups happen when you talk while yawning or are out of breath. Yeah, I've been trying to pay attention to when it hits me, but sometimes it just hits me. And
scientists still don't know why it happens.
Well, it seems to go back to when you were first breathing air and to get you extra gulps of air, to help you along. But it doesn't seem to line up with that either. And some people just get them and have them for a while just to annoy them. So,
People have died from it.
Yeah, it's one of those evolutionary leftovers, it's just, we're just stuck having,
Yep.
I used to be able to, whenever I got it, I just tell myself I was one of those lucky people that, hey, just stop doing that, and it would go away. Other people, they don't go away for days, hours, months. As was pointed out, you could actually die from it if you're not getting enough air, or whatever's going wrong, and your lungs are going crazy. And
yeah, and like I can also imagine, because there's people that have had it for years. Like,
yeah,
it might not be the hiccups that kill you. It might be that you just can't take it anymore, because
right. That's what it is. It's so annoying, you're trying to talk or breathe or sleep or whatever, and you got the hiccups, and you can't figure out why. The doctor can't figure out why.
If you have hiccups for 5 minutes, it's already annoying. Can you imagine spending days, weeks, sometimes years? Yeah. Oh my God.
Katie says fetuses get hiccups in utero. Explain that one. That makes no sense at all either. It's just to annoy you. I think some things are just meant to annoy you.
So that's why these people make those videos.
Yeah. Just to annoy you, right? And what's even more annoying is when you ask a doctor a question, they don't have an answer. That's annoying. It's one thing when you've got an answer. It's another thing that you couldn't. Music by Brian says, and the elephant that couldn't stop laughing was put to death. In other news, yeah, that would suck not being able to stop laughing either, especially the time and place, right?
So what is this teaching us? This is teaching us that if you say you know God, but you reject the Son, then you don't actually know God. The God...
didn't Jesus talk to the Father? So he was acknowledging the Father, not himself. And he was praying to the Father, not himself. So,
but then again,
keep in mind, this is the Father that used to be Elohim, that was the father of Yah and Wei, who were the sibling of Ba. Yeah, just ignore all the evolutionary roots of this idea.
Right. But what was that, Brainless?
No, but isn't he the same as the Father? So he would be praying to himself.
You're trying to confuse me. Chris is out of here. He's going to do a stream later. Make sure you check out Chris' channel and check out his stream later.
Well, no, the Father.
Why don't you come and debate me, Chris Tomato? Chris Tomato, come and debate me. Hovind. Yeah, looking forward to it, Chris.
Don't you have to pay Hovind to debate him?
No. Hovind's a bottom feeder. He'll debate anybody.
Just make a donation. He's not going to ask you for money. He's just going to ask you for money.
I know that was some of the flat earthers that only would debate.
Yeah, Nathan Thompson.
A couple of thousand.
Yeah.
Right.
And then all they do is mute
Jim Bob.
You imagine is just that. It's in your imagination.
Yeah, yours too.
Okay, because God is Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and Jesus is the only way to God the Father.
Says you,
Yeah,
not
but
all the other religions out there. Earl says, I suffered with debilitating hiccups for years. I had them all the time in utero. The only cure I know for hiccups is to plug your ears and nose and drink from a straw as long as you can. Hiccups are a muscle spasm of the diaphragm. See, that's the way I understand that it's a leftover to
Yes,
help you get
yeah,
to get
the
some oxygen,
vestigial
and it
reflex.
just yeah, it's a
Yeah,
reflex thing.
yeah, but still don't know why it happens.
It's annoying. It sure is. And
Yeah.
I've never really had a problem until the medications. The medications seem to do something too. Maybe they spasm or release the spasm or whatever is causing that with the diaphragm. My girlfriend had hiccups the whole time she was pregnant, says Joe from the Kentucky Atheist.
Oh fuck,
That sucks too.
that's annoying. Oh,
Sydney
I
said,
truly feel for you people. Like, oh my god.
yeah,
I'm happy
I'm
you
going to
guys
create
are
man and
all
woman with
past
original sin. Then I'm going to pregnate a woman with myself as her child so that I can be born.
Correction, not a woman, a girl.
A girl, a piece of property. Yeah. Drinking
if there had
glass of
been the
water
slightest,
upside down.
if there had been the slightest chance of me getting pregnant from having sex, I'd be a virgin today.
Yeah, it sure sucks being pregnant.
I'm just a coward, man.
All the things you hear about. Yeah.
And then they say that men are
don't know.
the strong gender, right?
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it.
More power to them. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And they didn't read Romans to do it either. This guy sure did.
Look at the contractions.
And that's just the way it is, you know.
Oh. You see, you could have saved yourself a lot of time by just saying that. That's just the way it is. Well, isn't that what atheists say? That's just the way it is, right?
Yeah.
Something good happens to you, something bad happens to you. It's just the way it is, right? Whether you are a believer or not, something good happens to you, something bad happens to you. That's just the way it is. Jesus in the Bible said, why did the building fall on all those devout people? And he said, well, that's just the way it is. So following him, praying to him, and saying he's the only way doesn't really mean anything, does it? It's just the way it is. And that's the way life is. We don't know. It's just the way it is. It sucks, but it's just the way it is. I think that explains things much better than any religion does. You know, just the way it is. Why do good people suffer? Why do bad people get away with things? It's just the way it is. Then you're like, oh, okay. And there's nothing you can do to change that. Going to church more or less doesn't change that. It's just the way it is.
Yep. Why is the sky blue? Why is water wet? Why did Jesus grab the Romans while Jesus slept? As the Ghostface Killer said, yeah, no, it's just the way it is, right? I think it is ultimately the metaphysical theory that pretty much everything either draws back to an infinite regression or a circularity or a brute fact. It's just a matter of whether or not the brute fact, circularity, or infinite regression that you're appealing to is congruous with reality, and that is indicated by things like fecundity and parsimony and explanatory power. And that's part of what makes science such a better method for constructing worldviews, and why theists are getting real upset with science, because science is revealing more and more how reality is in deep, distressing conflict with their religious beliefs and indoctrination. And that is reducing the magisterium of religion and increasing the magisterium of secularity and science and math and philosophy and education. And that really upsets them. It would upset anybody to lose power and be less, influential, to have less clout, especially when the tradition up to now is you didn't have to do much to earn it. It was just given to you as long as you conform to this social norm, this social mores. Like you get all this credibility and access just by being a pastor or a priest or saying I'm religious, and that goes back to evolutionary roots where religion was a useful social glue because it allowed people who never met each other to trust each other, to do commerce and trade and business with one another. And we're now starting to evolve beyond that point where we don't really need that. We have other things like humanism and secular values that allows that to occur without the need for this superstition that frankly has all these really bad downsides and really awful baggage that comes with it. One of them being this like suicidal cult, this like they're down for eco-suicide, they're down for social suicide because they don't even think this is the real life. They think this is a practice life for the real life that comes afterwards. That's a very dangerous belief.
Yeah, that's another thing that bothers me too is you have to do all these things, but you don't have to do all these things because this life doesn't really mean anything.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Make up your mind.
That's also one of the worst things about religion, because like, oh yeah, no, we're giving to the poor people. Yeah, you're giving, but you're not fixing the problem. But why would you fix a problem that an all-powerful creature has made? Like, must be not a problem, must be okay to.
Yeah, look, it's strange, but I'm an atheist that still volunteers at the YMCA sometimes because they give out food to the homeless. The only thing is I cheat. I don't say you have to come and praise Jesus or let me pray with you before I hand you the sandwich. I just give you the fucking sandwich.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, if people are doing charity and you have to say a prayer or whatever, I'm conflicted. You shouldn't have to do it, but they are doing it when they don't have to do it. So, it's a conflict, but at least they are giving out a sandwich. There are places that don't give out a sandwich. So,
yeah, but like I think that's kind of treating people like animals, like a dog. Like, sit and then you get your treat.
Yeah, it is Pavlovian conditioning, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's
it goes farther than that though. It's I usually bring it up when they're talking about rehab and stuff, and it's like I would rather have a person around than not around, So either way, I'm conflicted, but I do see the good in it,
but they don't.
While I see the bad,
but they do not do it because they want to do good. They do it because they want to claim souls.
Yeah.
And
they're looking for a moral dessert.
And also like showing like, look at me being good. Now I get the reward when I die.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's all about.
It's not about helping people. If
it
was about helping people, they would give it to anybody.
Yeah. You got to wonder if it's actually changing anybody's life or if they're only worried about the afterlife. And a lot of it reads as they're only worried about what's going to happen in the afterlife. So what good is it doing? What good did it do Jesus or the Jewish people or the many other religions out there? They may have followed them devoutly, done all the rules, done all the tricks and trades and everything, and it didn't mean anything in the end because they were worshiping the wrong one or the wrong way or the wrong day.
Yeah, they're
out of luck for the afterlife.
There's almost like an atheist Pascal's wager like argument to be made there, like where believing in God is costing you the one real life you get.
Yeah,
So you
are
shouldn't
you right
believe
or
in
wrong?
God because you're not doing the things that you would do if you were convinced this is the one real life you get. You're not hugging your friends and your family and your loved ones and telling them you love them. You're not being there for important events because none of the events in this life are important. The only important thing is making sure you pass the test to get to live the real life. And that is
And the
why
majority doesn't mean anything either. It could be a
exactly.
very small religion that has it all figured out. I mean, then what are you going to do? I mean, you've got most of the
Well,
people or a lot of people convinced for nothing.
Well, there's a, I heard an interesting counter argument, which is Christianity is not the worst hell you could go to. So if Pascal's wager is a good argument, you should actually try to avoid the worst hell possible, not necessarily
Right.
the
That
Christian hell.
reminds me of a joke I heard, Simos, where this guy's newly arrived in hell, and the devil is letting him choose which room of hell he's going to be tortured in. And they go into room A, and it's hot, boiling feces. The room is filled with up to their knees, and they're being poked by demons above the hot, boiling feces. And he says, okay, that's room A. They go to room B, and the hot, boiling feces are all the way up to their necks, and they're being poked at by demons above the hot, boiling feces. And they say, okay, that's room B. And then they go to room C, and the hot, boiling feces is only up to their ankles, and they're not getting poked by demons. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to go with room C. And they say, okay, here's room C. This is where you're going to be tortured for eternity forever. Okay, everybody, breaks over. Back to standing on your head.
That's the thing. Ultimately, you don't know, and the religions will even tell you they don't know. They're putting all on faith, and that when they die, they're going to open their eyes and they're going to be in their happy place. But that also means that everybody else is not in their happy place, or none of them are in their happy place.
Yeah,
And you've got to make a choice, and the joke's on you, right? Whether you think you're among the few or among the many or among the none, that you're going to get picked for the afterlife.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Heaven is for evil people, because how can you be happy in a place while knowing that people you love and cared for are burning and tortured for the rest of eternity?
Right. Well, it makes you feel good. It doesn't make anybody else feel good.
Yeah,
And
but how
that's
can you
kind
feel
of-
good knowing that somebody is being tortured that you care about?
You're hoping for. They say they know, but they don't know. I know when pressed, they will say they don't know, that they're putting it on faith. So it raises a lot of problems when you're doing that, because you could be, like I said, putting your faith in the wrong thing and the wrong person and the wrong preacher all this time, and joke's on you, right? And hello, laborious Cretan, how you doing? You want an afterlife without building one first? Their beliefs tend to keep them from understanding the brain in ways also ironies. It is. That's why I like listening to theists of different religions having their debates, because they are using the same exact arguments to prove themselves right and the other one wrong. They can't all be right, and they can't all be wrong. Yeah. Or they can't all be wrong, they can't all be right, I should say.
And that's why I like Pascal's wager so much, because, as I say, you really just want to avoid the worst hell possible if it was true.
And if God was just,
even
God would give you the opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, and even if you manage to pick the right religion, right? I mean, what's the chances of that? It's 1 in 10,000 maybe. So, I mean,
I don't know what you're talking
I always
about.
ask
It's
if your God is just.
100% because my parents taught me that religion and it was the right one. So I don't know what.
I always ask believers if their God is just, and if their God is just, then they can't hold it against somebody for being raised in the wrong environment. I mean,
Yeah, and another conflict with the Christian God, right? They say he's maximally merciful and maximally just. Well, you can't be both.
right.
And if
Yeah.
you're either maximally merciful or you're maximally just, but you can't be both.
That's true. That is a good
And,
one.
you know, that
Yeah,
that
in fact,
also
in their
comes for people.
worldview, Satan's whole problem is that he's just too just. He's too big on giving people what they deserve, and God's
Yeah.
like letting people off with things.
And that's,
Oh,
and,
no,
and
no,
that
no.
goes
It's
for
this.
people that ask, you know, what if they haven't heard of a certain religion or some? It's the
Yeah,
same thing. If God was just, then he would say, well, then, you know, they didn't hear about it, so, you know, I can't hold it against them. But anytime you read it, that is what you're being held against is ignorance, and that is not due to your own fault or is due to your culture, your family, or whatever. That it, you know, it's their fault for influencing you wrong, and you know, do they get punished for that and you not, or is it all for one for all? You know, it doesn't seem fair at all.
I like Sydney's comment here because it actually makes me think of something like in the Colosseum. They used to put Christians against the lions. It's very famous. Christians against God's creation.
Uh-huh.
You gotta fucking love that. That's entertainment. That is. Who's going to
What
win?
is the lion doing wrong, right? The
Yeah.
lion's just acting on instinct, right?
Well, yeah, but if it's God's creation,
Yeah.
Right,
Made the
you would have thought God would have gone, oh, hang
The
on a
wh-
minute, those are my boys back there. You just know,
don't do that, right?
don't do that
But-
to my boys.
Yeah,
Anybody
but
else? is
I
fine.
But they
think
will
that
do it,
I think
yeah.
that was also exactly the point. Like, if your God is so powerful, he can save you.
There was a preacher in Africa who went into a den of lions, and guess what happened?
You got it.
Oh, did he get hamburgers?
Yeah, the lions did what lions do, and
Tori's had that thing with her eye. I hope you get good news at the doctor about your
Yeah,
eyeball.
definitely. Yeah, good luck.
Let's see what he's got. What else he's got here? And I hope it's not Romans.
More
Simos
stupidity.
is going to be very disappointed.
In the 20th century, I don't know what the hell happened to Christians in America that they
20th century.
I don't know what happened in the 20th century.
It happens all the time. The
I
Christians,
think a lot
all
of them
religions
became
change all the
Nazis.
time.
I think a lot of them became Nazis. That's what happened in the 20th century in America.
Yeah, they did.
let all this pluralism and like religious acceptance and seeing other belief systems as like on the same level as
Oh my
Christianity, all
God,
that
how
stuff
terrible.
got indoctrinated
Oh
into
no, they're
Yeah.
seeing validity in other social cultures. Oh, what a
Well,
nightmare. Oh my
like
God,
many
dude.
people
People-
point
Listen
out,
to yourself.
when Seth was on talking about different religions he explored, and this is just Christianity, is that a lot of Christians changed from century to century on what they saw was the right thing and wrong thing to do. So therein again,
Yep.
it depends what century you were born in on what kind of Christian you are. So, and thank you, Moondog, for Verb Twang. Dave and Tori, get well soon. And that goes for everybody out there. Get well soon.
our society.
Which is another cruel joke. I mean, you know, why do we get sick? I mean, and why doesn't everybody get the same sickness? Why doesn't everybody go through the same things?
Because we're not perfect.
Yeah, well, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
if we were perfect, then we would not get sick. So
Right. If made in the image of, well then, which
I think the
illness
real
does,
answer,
does
the
it
real answer,
have?
the real answer to that, Dave, is because Adam was a simp.
Apparently, believed anything that he was told.
Absolutely.
in our schools, and it's terrible. And
It's terrible.
the generations following are facing the consequences. They're facing the wrath of God,
The
really,
poor schools,
and the
man.
apostasy and
The poor
disbelief.
schools, they can't do anything. They can't
It's
do anything.
always the kids.
They're gonna
It's always the
they're gonna
kids.
get screwed from the left or the right, no matter what they do. The left is going to tell them that they're brainwashing because they're transmitting the dominant culture. The right is going to tell them that they're brainwashing because they dare to speak in Spanish for kids that aren't from this country. And it's really frustrating because the schools are doing their best. They are doing their best to make productive members of society, productive citizens. And it's so difficult because you can't teach things from the terrain because people have these maps and they think their map is more important than the terrain. And it's such a backwards epistemology, but nobody thinks about epistemology. Well, not nobody, but almost nobody thinks about epistemology unless they're a philosopher or a scientist. It's so frustrating.
Hello, Moon Shoes. How you doing? Yeah, we haven't learned a whole lot from this young person.
Nothing. I would say
No.
nothing. This
Except
guy is terrible.
To hang a banner up, I guess.
I learned
didn't
more
even
from
do that well. It's all wrinkly and.
Dave, I learned more from Brad than I have this guy.
Oh
Brad.
man!
Just saying you. If only I could listen to Brad right now, I'd be
Well,
much better off.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe we ought to play some Brad. So everybody,
Just a little bit.
get a
Headphone
headphone check. Got your headphone check? Okay, here comes Brad.
No such thing as an atheist. You guys do not exist. Hey, answers in atheism, and that desktop idiot, and that desktop idiot, and that desktop idiot. You're full. See here, dead flies. Dead flies. Millions and billions of years ago, in a galaxy far, far away, nothing exploded. Dead flies. You call me crazy. Plan of thy destruction. Wait a minute, am I reading the right thing? And you know what, atheist? Right. And you know what, atheist? Right. And you know what, atheist? Right. Oh, you atheist, especially that one desktop idiot. Self-theist, and of thy destruction. Wait a minute, am I reading the right thing? On you. That's why I say, hey, have a great time. Hey, there are answers in atheism or atheist, whatever you were. Oh, you atheist, especially that one desktop idiot. And you know what? They're atheists. You're right. Unless the Lord Jesus Christ saves you, you are going to go to hell and burn forever. That's going to be it for this little video.
Love it.
Brad. I know Brad probably
Moon
isn't
Shoes
watching
is
it.
asking, what the F is this? That's a guy we covered one time.
Yeah.
He's all KGV. He's a saint, and he's going to heaven, and all the rest of us are going to hell, including all the Christians out there that have got it wrong. So,
Brad
Fair enough.
is
and
a
he can only yell.
fantastic illustration of the psychological prison that I think that most theists are in. Brad loves God too much and is too scared of going to the pit to actually honestly and impartially examine reality and come to the inescapable conclusion that it is in drastic, deep, profound, distressing conflict with every one true version of God's word out there. And so he's not even going to explore reality. He's going to explore the pieces of reality that are given to him by pastors and priests. And he's going to read the Bible and say the Bible is the truth because the Bible says the Bible is true. And he's going to stay inside that circular psychological prison. But the fact is that he could walk out of that prison at any time. There's all the locks, all the chains, everything keeping him locked in place is totally illusory. But it takes a level of intellectual bravery, of courageous curiosity, that the genius of the prison is that he will never choose to walk out of it. And again, he could walk out anytime.
Well, if you didn't notice, he's got KJV on the wall. And if you aren't reading the right version of God speaking to you in American English, you're out of luck anyways.
And I just think unless you're saved by Jesus, you're going to go to hell and burn forever is the perfect quintessential illustration of the mechanism keeping theists in that psychological prison. And yes, it's hard to convince people to care. It's hard to convince people to care more about reality than heaven and hell. Reality is
he talked
boring.
about
It's
us more than
not
we
as
talked about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's I guess he was worried about our souls, but pointing the finger at us and threatening us and calling me an idiot, it just is really the way to win me over. But he just seems to think so. So is changing his hairstyle, because every video you watch, he's got a different hairstyle. He shaved his hair, he grew his hair out, he grew a beard like the saints, and then he didn't have one. And according to his religion, you're not supposed to, cut your hair. You're supposed to cut your hair, or it's all so confusing that I haven't figured it out. He hasn't figured it out, but he knows who's going to be in heaven, and that's only the saints are going to be there, and he's one of them. So if he's going to be there lined up with Jesus, there's even more of a thing of, well, why every day are you going to praise Brad?
You have to marvel.
He was amusing, he was loud, and it really bothered Brainless how loud he was. So I took it upon myself to make a video.
You have to marvel at the people who claim to have a superior moral system, but in their moral system, virtually all of humanity is going to be tortured for eternity. Yeah. Wow, that's a really interesting moral system you've got there. I don't really think it's superior.
No.
Yeah, and when we were covering that video, yes, watching that video, the screaming, it was so tiring.
And he's always that way.
What he was saying, it was how he was saying it. It was just screaming, and only
every video is like that. He's way too loud, way too close to the mic or something.
And everything he says is an attack.
Yeah. But it was
pure
mildly
aggression.
entertaining for the amount of time we put into it. And that was about it. And we had a little talk about it, and we had nothing else to say. The guy's loud and obnoxious, and he's right, and everybody else. The thing with Brad is he doesn't even give Christians a break. He's ragging on other Christians too. Everybody's got wrong but him. So what do you say to that? You're right. Okay. Enjoy eternity by yourself, because I don't think the other Christians want to spend eternity with you.
The lying, the false worldviews, the suppression of
the lying and the false worldviews. Guess who he's talking about? Everybody else. And they want to say Christianity is like a majority rule or something, but most people are not Christians. So if you look at the world's population, they have rejected Christianity as well as all other religions as well. So they're all right and everybody else is wrong, or they don't know.
No, and don't
And I
forget
think
that,
the safe place is you don't know.
and don't forget, a lot of them don't think that Catholics are Christians,
That
and that's the
too.
majority of Christians. So it's Christianity to some of them is like, especially evangelicals, it's a minority sect.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so is
there's
all the
so
denominations.
few. There's
Yeah.
so few.
You go to all the denominations, and even other religions have denominations. They can't agree with each other, and it's something I often bring up is you can't agree with each other. You can't agree with what your doctrines say, what your books say, what your preachers say. How are you going to convince anybody else when you can't convince yourselves? So, yeah. I heard the Melania movie is doing really great, Ryan. And hello, good evening, good day, depending on where you are in the world. Yeah, she's the source of many a meme.
Right now.
I've seen all over the place. So,
Pastor was talking about the Melania movie, and they showed a picture of their local theater, and there was one ticket sold, and the
Yeah.
newscaster said that was my ticket. I bought it. Oh my God!
Yeah, but her hubby will tell her she's number one at the box office.
Yeah.
So
She said
that's
you're
all
going to
that matters.
experience a lot of emotions if you go and watch this movie. And Colbert showed a picture of one person sitting in the theater, and he said, "Yeah, like loneliness."
The
Hello,
Melania
Objective
story.
Ethics. Good to see you
Make
too.
fuck, get green card.
Yeah,
Melania.
I saw that one.
Oh my God.
Objective Ethics does a lot of great talks too on a lot of great channels, and make sure you check out Objective Ethics when you see him around.
Yeah, hello, mate.
The
Thanks for
truth
seeing.
and
Nice to see you.
unrighteousness.
Get plastic surgery to look
However,
like rich white man's daughter. Make fuck,
things
get
haven't
green
changed.
card. Wear that jacket that says, I don't give a crap about dying children. Conveying the movie not doing well.
Such a great person. Makes a great Christian too. Did I say that? Yes, I did.
Changed. Paul writes in Romans 3:21
Bless
through
you.
26.
Romans.
But now the righteousness of God has been manifested apart from the law, although the law and the prophets bear witness to it.
This guy
The
loves
righteousness
Romans.
of God through faith in Jesus Christ for all who believe.
God is not righteous. I think we were already talking about that if God was righteous, he would forgive those that followed another religion because their mom and dad told them to. That would be righteous. That would be like, hey, I can't blame this person for, what is it, honor your mother and father or something like that, is a commandment. Well, these people are honoring their mother and father by following another religion. You being righteous is holding that against them. Well, then you're not following your own words. You're not honoring your mother and father. It's all too confusing.
Paul's basically saying, like, the law and the prophets is the Old Testament. They look forward to Christ. That's what he meant when they bear witness to.
No,
That's the thing, though, right? Paul says that, right? But Jesus says different. Right?
Yeah.
Jesus says, not one iota of the law has been changed, not one letter. And here he is going, yeah, but Paul said the Old Testament doesn't count anymore.
That's confusing too. You have Jesus says, I did not come to do away with the law. But then you have Paul saying, you don't have to follow the law. All you have to do is follow Jesus. Well, make up your mind. It's the same thing. You either follow Jesus or you don't. Well, you don't have to follow all the rules that Jesus says you have to follow, but you have to follow Jesus. It's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And I always make the joke of Paul's just irritated because he was celibate. How you doing, deconverted man? Well, Jesus said it was all until all was filled in him. Yeah, you're really trying to confuse me, aren't you?
Do it. And then he says the righteousness of God comes through faith in Christ. He continues, for there is no distinction, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God and are justified.
then that makes no sense either, because Jesus went to the cross to do away with sin, but he didn't really do away with sin.
No.
He just gets you into heaven as a sinner.
Well, it's like an IOU, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what Jesus did. Is write a big IOU saying, "Don't worry about it. You'll get your, we'll pay you sometime. Don't worry."
Yeah, don't sin, but it's okay to sin. And like somebody pointed out, well, you've gotten to take your last breath, so that doesn't make any sense either. Don't do this, don't do that. Here's the rules. Don't, what is, except for blasphemy, do whatever you want as long as you ask for forgiveness and truly repent of your mistakes. Well, then that tells me that you can do whatever you want as long as you're truly repentant before you die. And I'm sure a lot of people are. A lot of people regret things they've done in their lives and wish they could do them over, but you just can't. Now, is that righteous? Well,
Might be.
It isn't.
Certainly isn't merciful.
it doesn't seem to be, but it is for the person that's doing it with their last breath versus the person that's done it most of their life, if not all their life, and was truly pious. So that's what the Dilbert guy did. Yeah. So you can be a comic all your life and make fun of people and say, well, I didn't really mean that before you take your last breath. Well, is that righteous? Seems so, because you get another chance, right? You're not going to spend eternity in hell because you got the chance to say, I'm sorry. But at the same time, they're telling everybody else, you don't get the chance to say you're sorry. I often bring up the unaliving the newborns as one of the examples where they say, you're going to hell, you're going to hell, you're going to hell. Oh, I had one. Oh, well, you're not going to hell because you're one of us. Well, which is it? Are they going to hell or not? So it doesn't seem righteous unless everybody gets a second chance or a third or a fourth chance. If you're not getting that other chance, then it's not truly righteous because somebody else did. So come on. I have energy in my voice. I'm glad I have energy somewhere. But I don't want to do anything else. I've spent most of my life running my mouth, so I guess that's why I've got surplus left there. But
Speaking of which, I think I need to make a move. I'm afraid, Dave. I'm getting a little past it right now. But
okay.
Thank you very much for having me on again. I always appreciate it. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. I'm starting up the F1 if you're into motorsports. I'm starting F1 again in March. And so please subscribe for that. And yeah, thanks to everybody on the panel. It's been very interesting this week. I'm completely bored by this guy. I never want to see him again, Dave.
Yep, never want to see him
Whatever
again.
wherever you did to choose this guy, please tell him to fuck off. Right, there we
quit
go.
reading Romans.
Oh my God, I'm so bored of it. Honestly,
Yeah,
claim after claim.
you can
Well, then
see
my
us.
job
This guy,
my job was done then. I hit that top tier.
Yeah, you did. You did. This is definitely Saturday night with the Atheist. Yeah.
Dave,
Anyway.
It's always good to see you, Simos, and
Thank
keep
you
on
very much
keeping
indeed.
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Take care now. Bye.
Bye.
Right.
Dave,
Dave.
I too have an emergency that's pictured in my, like right there.
Oh, boy.
I have to go and look at the pork chops because I'm pretty sure that's where the Lord resideth.
We're gonna spend a few more minutes on him. Give him a fair shake. And what is it? 7:35. We got about 25 minutes left.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna run out.
We'll give him a fair shake like we do it here at the Answers in Atheism. But otherwise, you have a good night, and everybody else have a good night too. Thank you.
Yeah, look at the pork chops.
Dave,
everyone.
after this, just put him on the shelf next to Brad.
Next to Brad. Okay. Hello, What the Beck. How you doing?
What the Beck?
And Jamal. Hello, Jamal. Hello, Bree. Make sure you check the description for all the great people, all the great panelists like Simos. He's going to be starting up his new season. Check his channel, and you can also check out Bree's channel. everybody who was on the panel tonight, including Dave that stopped through, Austin that joined us.
Yes.
You can find their description, find them in the description as well as the channel supporters and the original video that we covered. I don't usually put the second video in, but you can go to their channel and you can hear all about Romans from this guy that you want to. Not that I'm saying that you want to or any of us want to ever again. But if you do, it is listed there below, and check them out. And also, when you go to below, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. And if you want to join the channel and join in all the great emoji fun, as well as seeing early videos and all the other stuff that I promise will come as soon as I'm feeling a little more energetic, not just my voice, we will do those videos as well. And I have the Loveland Frog coming up on Grassman Chronicles. We will be covering that. That's my series of Ohio cryptids. And I think that's about it. Make sure you click on all those things, share the love, and as well as everybody in the chat, don't forget, there's a lot of folks that are still coming on this evening. Check them out too as well. Thank you very much. And hello, Jasper. I love Jasper.
Yes, by all means, come and check out the Scientific Origins channel, where we bravely make use of curiosity, logic, and rationality to explore the universe and develop quantifiable, falsifiable, possible solutions to unanswered questions and unsolved problems, which we'll use to study and better understand the universe and improve human existence. That's what my channel's all about.
Harry Man wants to know, do I believe in Bigfoot? I believe in Bigfoot as equally well as I believe in all other cryptids, including Jesus. So I hope that answers you. Tongue in cheek intended. Bigfoot, far as I know, hasn't harmed anyone, and that's all good by me. So if he's discovered or not, I like to follow Jane Goodall. Sorry, Jane. If there is a cryptid to be found out there, I hope it's Bigfoot, because it seems pretty friendly.
By his grace, as a gift, through the redemption that is in Christ Jesus, whom God put forward as a propitiation by his blood, to be received by faith. This was to show...
See, he just said it. It's all by faith. So whether it's Jesus or not, it's by faith. You can put anybody in this place, including Bigfoot, all hail Bigfoot, and it's by faith. There is no evidence. There is no proof. There is no guarantees. It's by faith. It's the only thing he said I agree with.
God's righteousness.
No.
Because in his divine...
Then in the next sentence, he said God is righteous and God is not. I think we've proved that. I think Simos gave up the ghost on that one. His health was more important than his afterlife. So I think that says it all right there. Simos, take care of yourself, bud. Appreciate you being here, and look forward to your new season coming up.
Forbearance, he had passed over former sins. It was to show his righteousness at the present time, so that he might be just and the justifier of the one who has faith in Christ. Paul is very clear. All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God.
Then what difference did it make to send Jesus to the cross? See, then it is not very clear. If everybody sinned and everybody's a sinner, and you go to heaven as a sinner, and the only thing that gets you out of being a sinner is saying, I'm sorry for being a sinner, then the whole Jesus dying was for nothing. That's my view of it.
But they can be justified by his grace through Jesus Christ, whom God put forward to be received by faith.
By faith. You said it again. You did not say it was by anything he did or anything he will do, it's by faith. So I can have faith and not have to do anything, including following that book that you don't have to follow, except for saying you're sorry for not following it before you take your last breath, which seems to be really the only rule.
Well, technically, it can also happen after you pass away. Because, like, you can get baptized after you die.
I don't know.
I don't think. I think that theists sometimes posthumously claim that atheists were theists when they die, but I don't think there's any way to convert after death that I know of.
Well,
That's
I was kind of pointing at the daily morning show.
Yeah, they kind of hold your feet over the fire with that one. That you better do it now, or you're going to be out of luck tomorrow. Hawaiian shirt guy says that a lot. That you're going to be out of luck if you don't wake up tomorrow, and that seems to be the thing. Don't do all these things, or you're going to be out of luck. You're going to be out. You got to do it right now. You got to do it right now, or you got to do it right now.
Yeah, but I also think, like, if you are truly repenting, like you're really sorry when you get to heaven's gate, if God is just, he will forgive you.
Well, that's the thing. That's one of the questions we brought up numerous times is he truly righteous? And it doesn't seem that his righteousness extends to that point. So is he truly righteous?
And like that also conflicts with the fact, like, oh yeah, no, the dinosaurs didn't exist. Like the fossils were placed there to fool us, test us. That's not righteous. That's trying to trick you. That's fucking evil.
It is
trying to get you to condemn yourself to eternal hell. And then again, God already knows what you think, how you're gonna react. So it's not a test. He just picked and he chose people to go to heaven and who he's going to torture.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, apparently you can't do anything about it because he already knows. He knows everything, so he knows how your life ends, what you do in your whole life.
And he also knew exactly what was going to happen when he caused it to rain and rain and rain and rain. We're going to listen to that real quick because I have to take a break.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And then we'll wrap things up.
Just sit right back and you'll hear the tale of a righteous float that started out in ancient times upon a magic zoo boat. The rain began to pour like mad. God's judgment didn't stall. If not for Noah's floating crate, there'd be no life at all. No life at all. No life at all. If Noah and his ancient beard, his wife just rolled her eyes. They boarded raptors, stegosaurs too, all trained to sit and stay. 2 T-Rexes in bunk bed stalls, what could go wrong, we say? 3 sons with wives who taught the dinos how to harmonize. Who taught the dinos how to harmonize? There's gators, frogs, and woolly mammoths, zebras sharing beds, triceratops and kangaroos stacked 10 high on their heads. The ark was built with cubic math and doors that sealed with prayer. You ask about sanitation, don't go there. Just don't go there. Just don't go there. So come aboard this sacred ship where science hits a wall. With creatures from all continents, pre-flood we had them all. The timeline's tight, the logic light, the rain began to float. And now you're on a bumpy ride aboard the magic zoo boat. The magic zoo boat. The magic zoo boat. The magic zoo boat. Unicorns dashed to catch the ark, but tripped on fairy tales. They stopped to charm the woodland elves and slipped through magic veils. Their horns aglow, they missed the boat, no place for their parade. Now stuck in myths and bedtime dreams where fantasy should stay. Where fantasy should stay. But what about old Sasquatch? Did Bigfoot make the trip? Was he too hairy, tall, or shy to board that wooden ship? He maybe hid behind the trees, or snuck in with the apes, or rode the flood out on a log, Don't fall for tales of magic boats or creatures 2 by 2. Get smart, ask questions, that's the best thing you can do. Education shines the light that clears the myths away. So keep your mind wide open and learn what's true today. Learn what's true today. Learn what's true today. Hey, with Skipper Noah at the wheel and Wife Supreme with nerves of steel. 3 sons with 0 sail and flare. Their wives who brought salon gray hair. 2 rhinos juggling on the deck and Bigfoot hiding near the wreck. Here on the Magic Zoo Boat. Here on the Magic Zoo Boat. Here on the Magic Zoo Boat.
And to be clear, I don't mean to pick on Christianity with the Magic Zoo Boat, because all religions have silly stories. And if you want to pick apart, splitting the moon in half or having wars between the clouds or whatever your religion's silly stories are, they're all equally as silly. And all you really need is one of the silly stories. And that kind of tears apart the whole religion. It's like I've said, and somebody mentioned earlier, we just want a new argument. So I think it was Simos that said, we want a new argument. And using the same arguments for different religions isn't going to get you anywhere. It just isn't. It's just saying that you're using silly arguments to try and win people over to your religion. And it's not going to work. And how you doing, Ember? Good to see you. As always, good to see you. And we have Matt, too long a name, so we'll call you Matt. Hello, Matt. And anybody else that I haven't said hi to, hello. I know what you did during your photo shoot last night, Bree. You let it slip earlier. And yes, I did. I am looking forward to a witchy photo shoot, so I hope you get that one done too. And you can check out Bree and find her other links through her channel. And make sure you support Bree and all that she does. She does a lot of great photography, as well as her channels and her merchandise and everything. And thanks for the shout out today, Bree. I appreciate it. Always have fun working with you. Made by Jim Bob. Hello, Jim Bob. How you doing? He was saying that you were on with tacos last night, giving them an earful. So we don't agree, but that's okay. Not everybody agrees, and that's okay. And Harry Mann is a new member. Harry Mann, thank you very much. And Harry Mann, just for you.
We love toast. We love toast. We love toast. We love toast. We love toast.
We hope you enjoy toast as much as we do. Thanks, Harry Mann, for supporting the channel. And let's see, we're going to give, in our final minutes here, we're going to give one more chance to Mr. Confidence and see if he's got anything that's going to win us over.
Yeah, probably.
I doubt it. So that's why Simos left early, but you know how that goes. At least he had a good reason. Mike just left for some pork chops. So. Thanks for joining us, Mike and Simos. And Scott even dropped in between his babysitting. Scott wasn't with us tonight because he was doing some babysitting and helping out the family. And I always tell him, hey, spend some time with the grandkids, because that isn't going to last long at all.
As a propitiation, okay, through the shedding of his blood for our sins.
But he didn't do anything.
I
hate to break it to you, Christians, but I'm pretty sure I have Jim Bob blocked. Yeah, he blocked me, but I didn't block him. So, you know, that's how it goes. I only have a few people blocked, and they were really foul. One of them, Bree remembers, was really foul one night. Otherwise, people are free to say what they want to say, as long as they aren't foul. We're all adults, so if you're going to go there, then you're going to get blocked. So, fortunately, our channel isn't like that. We have a good time here at Saturday Night at the Atheists. You don't agree with me? Well, then I probably don't agree with you. So that's how things go. And that's where we were addressing religions too. That's just how things are, right? Whether you're religious or not, I may not agree with you. Okay? You may not agree with me. But I still fail to see what Jesus did by dying on the cross. They bring it up all the time, and that's supposed to be their big selling point, even though I think it should be heaven, not who died. But Jesus didn't seem to do anything if you can still repent before you die. Go ahead, Brainless.
And also, like, if Jesus died for all our sins, then we should keep sinning, because otherwise Jesus died for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Can be reconciled to God through his son Jesus Christ, and only through his son Jesus Christ, because only his son Jesus Christ has paid the price for our sins.
No, again, he didn't, though. That's my problem. He paid the price to give you a get out of free card, but he didn't pay any price. There's some awful people that go to heaven. So if you're going to get rewarded for being awful, I don't see where Jesus did anything. I really don't. And it doesn't matter how smug you look. And better than Ember, here's tonight's debate review. There you go. Make sure you check that out. There's a lot of things going on. Jim Bob was over on Mike's chat, I believe. We do dual stream on Mike's channel, so make sure you give Mike some love over there. Mike appreciates it. He's 800 some subs. We got to get him to 1,000 subs, one way or another. So if you're not subscribed, get over there to Mike's channel and subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe to mine on your way.
Jesus is the only way to salvation. Another way to look
Right.
at this is how Paul
Same
lays
thing other
out
religions
the
say.
cosmic story in Romans 5, verse 12 through 19.
And how does Paul know all these things? Paul never even met Jesus. If Jesus is the only way and Paul didn't meet Jesus, then Paul has a lot of gall speaking for Jesus, right? I mean, these are simple questions, and I would like a simple answer. And if you're just going to say, well, Paul knows, well, then I know, and prove it wrong that I know. You can't. That's the same thing as saying that Paul knows, and Paul seems to have changed a lot of things that Jesus didn't change. So, this guy looks like Pee-wee. Yeah, I liked Pee-wee, you know. But yeah, seems to have the same background, same suit. So in some ways, yeah. Paul and Jesus had the same tailor. Maybe that's it. You got it, Filbert. I've always had a problem with Paul making all the rules that Jesus didn't say you didn't have to follow. But Paul seems to come along and say, well, you don't have to follow Jesus, but make sure you follow Jesus and make up your mind. And why do we need you? And why didn't Jesus write anything down? All Jesus had to do is say, be a good person and repent of things that you've done wrong. Because that's basic Christianity, is repent of what you have done wrong. What the Bible says you shouldn't have done, repent. Yeah, hey, Paul, I want my foreskin back, right? You know, there's so many silly things in Christianity. Why not just get rid of all those silly things, including the magic zoo boat, including the magic animals, the magic people, giant people, all these silly things. Just follow the good parts about Jesus. And I have no problem with that, really. I mean, if you help your fellow man, if you give your fellow man a sandwich, if you visit people who screwed up and went to prison to pay for their crimes, these are all good things. No problem with that. What I have a problem with is the silly things. So let's not be silly things. Yeah, there'd be nothing left. I often say, Fred, the Bible could be reduced to an index card. Try not to be a jerk, right? That's all you really need. You don't need all those silly stories. They just confuse people. They confuse Christianity. They confuse all the denominations. Like somebody said earlier, was Austin said, or Simos, somebody said that, big riff right with Christianity. Roman Catholics, Orthodox Catholics, then going to Christianity who don't think Catholics are actually Christians. And there's so much division going on. You can't even agree with each other. Why am I supposed to agree with you? Get your stories straight. And they just don't. They just don't. I mean, they don't. And then you throw in the silly stories, and it just becomes nonsense. And again, I'm not picking on Christianity. All religions seem to follow the same pattern. They have silly stories, mostly designed to scare people. And if you have to scare people into believing, well, that can be anything. You're just going to threaten them and scare them. You're not going to an afterlife, whatever it may be. And you can use that for anything. Which is why for so many years, I've used Bigfoot, because if you don't believe in Bigfoot, you're doomed. Well, there's no evidence for Bigfoot. Well, there's no evidence for your religion either. Maybe you're catching on. You see how silly it sounds? So
Yeah.
Hey, Jim Bob's in the chat.
He was over on Mike's channel, I think.
Oh, well, if you're still in the chat, Jim Bob, I think I heard from somebody that you might be seeking a debate. I don't know if that's true or not. I think somebody mentioned something about Jim Bob's looking for a debate with Austin Sims. If so, let me know. I'd be interested in discussing it. I put out a challenge saying that I'd be willing to debate theists on the subject. Is God's world in conflict with God's word? And I think that's probably what they're talking about. If you're down to debate that, I think that would be a good debate between us.
And there are some great debates to be had out there. Just because I'm not a great debater, I don't try to be, don't pretend to be. And if you're going to tell me about silly stories in your silly text, then I'm going to say it's silly. So I'm telling you ahead of time, like I tell people always ahead of time, that I think it's silly. Now, Mike and I were both asking earlier for a new argument, a better argument. And not the same argument that another religion is using against another religion, thinking they've proven themselves right by using the same arguments. It all becomes a little bit silly. If you're really going to put in the time and the effort, and you're going to listen to the other person and all those good things, have at the debates. That's why we have them. But I'm not a master debater. I'm not. I realized long ago I cannot keep a straight face. I could never be a preacher or any of those things because I can't keep a straight face. And with that, we're going to wrap things up for this evening. Sorry, Pee Wee Wannabe, reading from the Bible over and over, and like you did in the first video, completely reading from Romans is going to get you this.
No.
Paul is not Jesus. Okay? He's not. Paul didn't meet Jesus. Paul had a vision, or what was it? Actually, like 3 visions or something. Paul didn't know Jesus. Hardly anybody that knew Jesus speaks for Jesus, and those that do, there's two that I think apologia has dwindled it down to. They couldn't agree, and this is right after Jesus died. Now you're going to tell me 2,000 years later, if he existed at all? I'm giving a shout out to the mythicists. Whether you believe he existed or not, there's no way you know what he said when he didn't even write anything down, and the people who did write something down either don't agree or didn't even know the guy. So there's just too many problems. I would even go so far as to acknowledge these are the same problems that are in other religions. These people didn't know these people. They didn't know these gods. They weren't at the events. These are just stories they're told, and they told their kids, again, to scare them into believing what they believe in, because their parents scared them into believing in their kind of things. So if that's the only reason, then, good luck with that. I don't think it's righteousness. I think if God is truly righteous, it doesn't matter what you believe in, as long as you're a decent person, or as decent as you can be, all right? Not everybody can do everything for all people. Not everybody can help all people. But, try, okay? And if you can't try, don't harm other people. Don't go out of your way to harm people. And to me, you're being as good as you can be. Because some people have to get up in the morning, they have to work hard to put food on the table, and they can't run around and help other people. For those that do and have the time and the money and everything, more power to you, and thank you very much. And with that, thank you, Brainless. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, all the other panel members. Thank you, all the audience members. And thank you, Jim Bob, for stopping by over on Mike's Street. We appreciate your input, even though we may not agree. What's for next Saturday? I don't know. I already had this guy picked up for last week when we covered Deconverted Man's suggestion instead. See, I've got the hiccups again. Don't ask me why. All right, knock it off with the hiccups. Okay. I am going to see the meds doctor this week, so hopefully they'll adjust me and I'll speak a little better. I know Simos has been going to the doctor trying to get his issues straightened out. We hope you get your stuff all straightened out. Scott wasn't with us tonight because he was spending some time with the grandkids. We fully understand, and if you are going to spend time with your grandkids, go spend some time with your grandkids. Don't forget, there's a lot of channels that have their stuff. They've been putting them in the chat. Filbert, Ember, I forget who all else was just in through. What just happened? I'm giving people benefit of the doubt. Most people are good people, and like Ember says, you can be a good person without the need for religion to be a good person. You can take care of yourself, and you can take care of your neighbor. You can take care of your loved ones, and you can take care of people that you don't really like that much, just because we all need each other. All right. Anybody got anything to say before we head out? Brainless?
No, not really. Well, thank you for having me on here again.
You're always welcome. Thank you for being here. And Austin, what do you got going on?
I'm doing a live stream tomorrow with Damien, friend of the channel, on the philosophy of science, and that should be great. And that leads me to my final statement, which is that we are kind of trying to teach you to be atheistic here, but what we're really underlying what we're trying to teach you is we're trying to teach you the superiority of an intellectually brave, curious method, an intellectually unset method, not having a method where you have any infallible beliefs. Atheists don't believe in humans having access to infallibility. All humans are fallible, And once you understand that, you start to understand religious myths as the fictions they are. And so if you can learn that underlying method, I also think it makes you a better person, because there are positives and drawbacks to both approaches. One of the positives of using an intellectually brave, curious method is that your prognostications are more likely to be accurate. You're more likely to make successful predictions instead of failed ones. And when you don't use that method, you're more likely to make failed predictions instead of successful ones, and those can often carry a high moral cost. So that would be the underlying thing we're trying to teach you, the ontology of all this, the thing that's at the bedrock. And so if you can learn that, you will be able to build yourself up from that bedrock. And once you do, I bet we'll have a very similar worldview.
And overall, to top that off, I think most people agree on most things. When it comes down to even religions, there are very few things that separate us all. And if we would just learn to live with each other, the world would be a much better place.
We have more in common than a lot of us realize. We walk the same streets, we speak the same languages, we eat the same pork chops, and that's what I'm going to go do now.
And enjoy. Everybody in the chat, thank you for joining us, and enjoy. Thank you, everybody that was on the panel tonight. And again, check the description for links to all their channels. Subscribe to everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to me. And don't forget, for 99 cents, you can become a member of the channel. And just like the people that gifted memberships tonight, thank you, Jedi, for supporting the channel. Thank you, Rochelle, for supporting the channel. And thank you, Harry Man, for becoming a member of the channel and supporting the channel. We appreciate it. And we will be back next Saturday, one way or another, discussing one thing or another. It depends what I come across, or if I go looking through my history, or if somebody sends me something. And don't forget, if you hear a bump in the night or you've heard a good story, send it my way, allhailbigfoot.com. I also have the community post. You can post things there. I know people have sent me stuff, and I can't do them all at once, but they are on the list. So thank you very much. I have covered quite a few of them, and I will cover more in the future, as well as ones on my other channel covering the cryptids. And as soon as I can, we'll get those done too. And thank you, everybody, for being here. Take care of yourselves. Take care of people. And, take care of the people you don't agree with, because whether you like it or not, we do need each other. Okay? Yeah. So have a good night. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And we will go out with my outro.
Without a sound, history speaks in tales of the Lord, knocking at the captive desk's door. Oh, legends live within these walls, silent echoes in the halls, books and stories on the floor, knocking at the captive desk's door. Oh, captive desk. Hold our dreams where reality and all myth seems. In conversations quiet flow, the mysteries untold will know. Legends live within these walls, silent echoes in the halls, books and stories on the floor, knocking